welcome back everybody to the Halloweeniest episode of Unravel that we've done so far. It's not actually an episode. Welcome to the one shot. You guys may have noticed that yesterday we didn't play. That's because there was some things that were coming up that were important for us, not to play for. Hopefully Monday we can play again, but we're not 100% sure. Luckily we can do this game because this is our Halloween one shot that I did not rename on Twitch, which
Of course you didn't.
As the usual,
This is going on Instagram.
Fuck.
Woohoo!
I'll change it. Okay, give me a second. Jesus. Here we go. I didn't actually give this whole thing a title, so it's just the Halloween episode. 1 second. There we go. Alright.
Professionals.
I know, I'm so much professional.
We've done this for a year now.
And I still can't do it right. Today, guys, we're going to be doing a one shot. Rick is not here today, but we do have Kina, who decided to come play with us, a friend of Cherry's. So welcome and Godspeed. We all dressed up in our own little ways, most of us at least, the ones that got the memo. Kinar came in like last second, so didn't get the memo, it's fine. So to go over the costumes here, what do we have? So Max, let's begin with you. What do you are? Would you like to describe your character, your costume, please?
I'm the scariest thing, and I'm a retail worker during a pandemic. I mean, that on itself is just terrifying. Because if you see one, you're not in your home. That's scary. And if you are one, that's even more terrifying. So that's my costume.
I mean, to be fair, I do think it's sadly the most unrealistic but most scary thing that we have on the table here. Farrah, what did you get?
I have no idea.
You just got an accident?
Yeah, I just...
She tried to make her costume and the scissors got all,
I was trying to cut my hair, but...
Oops, yeah, it just went wrong.
And Charlie, what did you get?
Well, I am my mother.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you find the broom for your wishes?
I digress.
Alright.
Now, DM, what are you?
One moment. I grabbed the stuff that I still have for my LARP gear that I barely fit.
You grab?
You're a nerd.
I am a nerd. Bruh, we're playing D&D. What the fuck?
What did you expect?
Look, I'm just here for. I'm just doing my job. Okay, like.
You don't
retail
have a
made
job.
worker.
Okay, no, you're a retail worker. You're supposed to
I'm
be
a retail worker.
Alright. Well, to quickly describe what the one shot's going to be. Everybody made a new character, so if this is in the same world, but it's completely somewhere else. Within the same world, we're not playing the same characters that we usually play. So it's going to be a little bit of an adjustment period for most of us, I think. But to bring in the episode here, as we begin our evening, we zoom in on the small town of Pumbilton, where the annual Pumpkin Festival is being held. As there's music playing and people dancing, many people that came from either the party or for the food or for the pumpkin growing competition, that's the main event of this evening. All of you have spent most of your day getting here, and in the evening you came out to the town's plaza and got yourself intermingled with the festivities for those who are not always feasting. As the festival has gone on for some time, it is nearing the hour of midnight. As the pumpkin growing contest has been announced, massive pumpkins are brought by the town guards atop of the stage, all standing in a row. You see these pumpkins almost twice the size of a normal human being. They're all lined up, and their respective farmers are standing next to each of them, and a large scale has been brought out and put on top the stage. As the lawmaster of the town, together with the guards captain, come up stage to judge the pumpkins that have been grown this year. The first pumpkin is picked up and put down upon the scale. As the meter kind of jumps around for a moment, it comes slowly staggers and comes at a still for a staggering 400 pounds, and it is in a 3 feet diameter massive pumpkin. As the crowd kind of claps for a moment, it's certainly not the most impressive one here, but still an impressive feat nonetheless. The second, a large half-orc man, the farmer itself, picks up his pumpkin, the comparatively small pumpkin, giving out a slight chuckle through the crowd. As he smacks it down atop the scale, you hear a large cling as you think for a moment that the scale might have been broken. But as it's been pushed down for a moment, it slowly comes back up, showing the true weight of this pumpkin for a total of 800 pounds. After measuring it, it has been announced that this pumpkin is 4 feet in diameter total. The next one, a rather large pumpkin, the lawmaster comes walking up and looks around for a moment, trying to find its farmer. For a moment looking around, not being able to find him, turns his attention to the crowd, calling out to all of you and the rest of this town that is now patiently waiting for the next contestant. He screams out for a moment. Joseph Riffner, are you around? Music goes quiet for a moment as most of you look around to the people next to you, not being able to find most of them. As everybody's eyes are pulled away from the stage for a moment, music grows completely quiet. As for a moment there's absolute silence throughout the entirety of the town. As most of you turn your attention back to the stage, you now see the lawmaster fall to a single knee and to his other before face slamming straight into the stage itself, removing from his shoulder that's carved about 2 feet into his body a massive wooden great axe. Pulling back as a fountain of blood covers the front row of the people attending this festival, you now see standing behind him the pumpkin of the absent farmer who had made it, standing on 2 recently sprouted legs, 2 small stubby arms reaching out from either side of the pumpkin, holding this organically grown great axe. As you can see in the now carved out face, a blazing fire roaring from within, sprouting out of its eye holes in the mouth. The crowd stands stunned for a moment before another pumpkin next to him, one of the other contestants' pumpkins, suddenly starts growing multiple arms. These smaller pumpkins decorating this entire feast, all coming to life, growing their own type of weaponry. The one standing atop the stage that just killed the lawmaster jumps forward, hacking what is massive great axe into one of the first bystanders before that person also falls to the ground. Before most people have actually recognized what's been happening here, this pumpkin starts mowing down people anywhere near it. The moment people realize, everybody jumps into action. Screams and chaos cover the festival plaza as people start running in different directions. People trying to run for the exits of the town walls. Others trying to run to their homes. As some of the town guard frantically try to push their way past the people, quickly engaging fights with the multitude of smaller pumpkins that have come to life. As the plaza now starts to clear slightly, a few individuals still remain, stunned for whatever reason, standing out within the crowd. 1 second. There you go. Alright. An older man, half-elven, bald, stands leaning slightly back, raising a large tankard above his head. As you finish the last bit of your drink, Max, would you like to describe your character, please?
It's Wood Elf. Name's Harl, and I never take a bath, and I'm here for the drinks. They're free. I'm probably drunk. This is probably a dream. I'm probably somewhere in a ditch.
You lower the tank in front of your face, looking around. Most of the people are gone, and there's a pumpkin not standing too far away from you, raising a great axe, rushing towards you. Another lonesome individual, as a tiefling wearing a heavy set of chainmail, steps forward, barely moved by the crowd that's pushing past her, as she unsheathes a massive greatsword. Vera, would you like to describe your character, please?
Well, I am a very normal tiefling. Actually, just a red tiefling with great weapons. That's all.
Not too far off, on the dance floor of the music stage, barely noticing that all the other people have been running away, a lonesome half-elvish woman is gently dancing across the floor. As she turns around and stops her dance with a flourish, she notices the pumpkins and the dead bodies scattered across the floor. Before jumping into action, Cherry, would you like to describe your character, please?
Oh, you must have been mistaken. I'm no half-elf. I'm a human, or like you, as you can see. I'm wearing a hat, so you can't see my ears, but trust me, I'm a human. My name is Blair.
And finally, standing atop the music stage, having barely finished the last piece of the music she was playing, a tiefling holding a lute stands stunned for a moment before turning her attention to the murderous pumpkins that have come to life at the festival. Kinara, would you like to describe your character, please?
Oh, well, hello, it's me. It's Sirin. Well, where's my audience going? Was it that bad? Well, this can't be.
With that, I would like all of you to roll initiative.
Damn!
Well.
Everyone.
I am so prepared for initiative.
28.
God, what the fuck?
Give me 1 second.
I'm an old man. I'm a frail, slow old man.
Drunk.
13.
Nice.
Okay, but what do I do?
Oh,
Hashtag
right.
Oh, wait.
Yes. I mean, I use /roll and then D for dice. And you can put the number in
it's
front
not
of that
/roll,
D
it's
for
hashtag.
amount.
Yeah,
I
it's
do
a hashtag.
slash.
Oh, that
Hashtag.
works? Alright.
Yeah, that
Without
works.
the dot.
Alright.
And then your dex modifier.
Yes.
Or the initiative.
Initiative mode.
That's on your character sheet.
Oh, so then it's
Go.
Yes. Oh, that's a natural one.
Alright,
oof.
there we go. So, now I have to roll as well, which is important. Alright, great.
Curtis
25 to
Pumpkin.
20.
Well, I mean 28.
Alright, so Harold with 28. Alright, 20 to 15.
Damn, boy!
Alright, 15 to 10. How much you get?
13.
13.
13.
Oh,
A
13.
lucky number.
Okay. And what's your character's name again?
How
1 second.
appropriate.
Blair.
Alright. Blair
The Blair Witch.
with 13. Anybody else?
I rolled
Why
a
do you
4.
think I chose that
Alright,
name?
you got a 4. Kinara, what did you get?
A 4.
A 4 as well. What do you guys' Iorna and, if I'm gonna get this right, let's see, we have Iorna and Siren. What's your guys' dex modifiers respectively?
0.
0 for you.
3.
3. That means Siren is going to go first. Siren with a 4, and then Iorna with another 4, and the pumpkins
Oh, yay. With a...
with a 2. Natural 1 plus 1. Alright. With that, top of the round, Harold. Standing in the middle of the field, closest to the stage where the pumpkin contest was being held, You see these two pumpkins jumping off the stage, ready to slash at the nearest person. You barely finish your tank and kind of drop it to the floor as you jump into action. What do you want to do?
Well, I mean, this is a great opportunity for more free beer, but I suppose this is pretty bad. So Harold will use this movement to, I guess, get to the closest one and sort of like from the stage side. So also like maneuver around it.
Alright, yeah, you can do that. There you go. Rush to it, kind of quickly dodging around it, being much faster than the pumpkin itself. You quickly get behind it before you can go ahead and try to land your attacks, I assume.
Yeah, Harold will pull out a little short sword and will have his first slice at it with that.
Alright, go for it.
So that's gonna be a natural one.
Ooh, that's rough. The first you slash at with the short sword, it basically just boom, bounces off of the outer shell of the pumpkin. Not too much of a not too hard of a strike with that one. But you can
With the short sword failing him again, he will try to kick this thing in if this thing had nuts. It probably doesn't.
It doesn't have nuts, but it has like small beetroots.
Yeah, he'll snap his beetroots
Hit it
or
with the
attempt.
beetroots.
That's a 14.
14. You try to kick it in the beetroots. You hit it there, and it doesn't have the same effect on a pumpkin as it has on a human being. Sadly enough, your drunken stupor might have not yet have your attention to the fact that these are actually pumpkins rather than people.
I mean, it is, it could be costumes. Harold doesn't know. But Harold will use his bonus action to try and punch him in his pumpkin then.
Go for it.
That is a 19 to hit.
19, that does hit. Go for it.
Yeah. So that will be 11 points of damage.
There you go. 11 points of damage. With that, you've punched through the outer shell. Your hand rips in. For a moment, the soft, fleshy inside of a pumpkin before reaching the hot inner core where you can feel the flames of the inside of its body. Rip it out again, that now holding 1/2 gross arm of pumpkin innards.
Yep, that's not the evening Harold thought he was going to have. But that's his turn.
Alright, very well. After Harold delivers the first punches towards this pumpkin, I would like to know... Blair, what do you want to do?
Let me see. I do have a crossbow, in which I am proficient, because of course I am. And where am I on the map?
You, Blair, are here in the white dress. After you just barely finished your dance routine in front of the music stage that's on this side, you now notice these now living pumpkins.
Cool. Also, am I gonna do this? I might have to do this. I'm probably gonna do this.
Do it.
Eldritch Blast!
As the Warlock charges up the innate Eldritch Blast that every Warlock basically has, go ahead and roll for an attack. Which one are you attacking? The closest one, the one further away that's being attacked by Harold?
The closest one, because that's more of a threat to me!
Go for it.
Also, first, just kinda really, making sure what I have to roll for that one.
Sure, spell attack. Bonus.
Yeah, I know, but this is the first time ever I use spells, because I never do that. It's the first time. That's nice. That's a 17 to hit.
17 definitely hits.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see, what do I have to roll for this? Okay. 1d10. And I can. That's the shittiest roll ever.
It's not a 1.
Could have been worse.
What did you get?
Well, 3, but that becomes a 6 because you can put my modifier on it, so
Very well.
6, of course I know.
6 points of Eldritch Blast damage.
Oh,
the-
I'm so powerful!
As the Fey Druidic colored Eldritch Blast, the first one fires at the nearby pumpkin, it strikes him across the surface. You see some of the outer shell kind of crack inward slightly. Is that your turn?
I guess.
Don't you have a second one?
Yeah, don't you have second? At 5th level, you get 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Yes, I do. That's true. Thank you. I will do it again.
Go for it, second Eldritch Blast.
Wait. Ah, la, la, la. No, never mind. It doesn't hit.
Natural 1, the second Eldritch Blast bounces off of the outer shell and kind of disappears somewhere over the stage, but kind of somewhere in the town. It flew off.
I have to work on my aim.
Sadly, not effective. Okay. After Blair, Sirin. Standing here, still slightly elevated above the rest on atop of the music stage, you see the carnage of dead bodies around the pumpkins in front of you as some of the patrons there have been starting to attack these. What would you like to do?
Well, this... I don't think this is what pumpkins normally do, is it? Should I... Let's help. Siren jumps off the stage and runs towards the pumpkin.
Alright, jump off 5, 10, 15, 20 feet towards the nearest pumpkin. You see the slight crack that Blair made inside it with the Eldritch Blast.
She stands before it and unsheathes her rapier, pointing at... Fuck.
You're good.
Preparing to attack.
Alright. You bring out the rapier, ready your stance. Go ahead for your first attack. If you have multiple, I don't know.
What do I... I'm sorry, I'm gonna need a little...
You roll your
bit of
attack
help.
bonus. You got your rapier, then your attack bonus, then you got the piercing damage, adding your dexterity modifier. In case of a rapier. So your attack bonus is +6.
So a d20 plus 6?
Yeah.
Like this. Without the dots. Yeah.
There we go, 22. That definitely hits. You can go ahead and roll for damage. In case of a rapier, that is 1d8 plus your dexterity modifier, which is 3. So 1d8 plus 3. Go for it. 6. And roll. With a quick jab through the pumpkin, you puncture the small hole in it across it, dealing a total of 6 points of piercing damage with your first strike. Go.
Oh, well... Oh my, it worked! Well... Terrific!
With that, after you puncture the small hole in it, the blazing insides of this pumpkin, you see a small flame kind of start exhausting through the hole you made. Alright, that's your attack. Is there anything else you wish to do on your turn? You still have a bonus action and an action, or a bonus action, with which you could cast any bonus action you can use, or you can use your bardic inspiration stuff.
Not now, no.
Farrell. After Siren successfully pierced through the outer shell of the pumpkin, Iorna, you, the furthest away, you have the last townspeople pass you up as you see this display of a couple of individuals already battling these pumpkins. What would you like to do?
I will run up to that one over there.
There you go, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet. You're just outside of its reach.
Only 30 feet movement?
Dude. I can do anything. I mean, that's it. That's literally all I can do. There's no way to get closer. Right? No.
Dash.
Yeah, but that's my action, so then I still can't do anything, and it will attack me then. No, that's all I do.
Alright, very well. Iorna runs up to the pumpkin, not yet engaging in full combat, before the pumpkins get their turn. First, the pumpkin you punched through on its outer shell, Harold, begins his faint like as a laugh crawls across the town plaza.
That's great.
I would like for any creature within 30 feet, so everybody, to make a wisdom saving throw. So go ahead and roll d20 and add your wisdom saving throw modifier.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's not too bad.
Oh!
Damn!
Alright.
A 5.
Harold. Oh, Harold. You punched through this pumpkin, and suddenly as it turns around and starts laughing in your face, you are now frightened of it. This terrifying pumpkin kind of turns his attention towards you. Iorna,
This
what'd
is
you
not
get?
worth the free drinks.
Iorna, what'd you get? You.
Oh, wait. I'm
Which-
sorry. I got a 16.
16 is a success. Kinara, what did you get?
A 15.
15 is still a success. Blair?
25.
25 is also a success. None of the other ones are frightened of this effect right now, except for Harold, who is now suddenly realizing that he's not finding a person in a costume. The other pumpkin turns his attention to the one that pierced a rapier in its side, and Serin, he's going to attempt to attack you.
Well, that's rude.
This pumpkin brings forth the large wooden great axe that's going to attempt to strike you with it. So, this has to be either equal or more than your current AC, your armor class. 13 to hit.
It's a 14, so it doesn't hit.
Alright, very well. With that, the first swipe comes towards you. You gently step back, having it miss you on the first strike. Second strike is a 24 on the other hand. Comes back, poof, hits you square in the chest. Hurts, but you know, it's also a wooden axe. It's not metal or anything. See
It's
what
only a
we get
wooden
here.
axe.
Okay. Serin, you take a total of... Oh, I used the warm off or whatever. Of... if I get this right...
Drum roll.
Drum roll, please.
Should I point out I also don't actually got any hit points yet?
Oh!
Did
That is
anyone
that is
roll
indeed
for
I mean,
that?
that's pretty bad.
in that
You're
case,
down.
we always take we're level 6, meaning we always take first level is maximum. A bard gets a d8 for hit dice, so that means for your first level you got a total of 8 plus your constitution modifier worth of hit points. Your constitution modifier being what exactly?
A +1.
Plus 1. So for your first level you got 9 hit points. Go ahead and roll 5d8 for the other levels.
Did anyone roll for hit die points?
Yes?
Because I can't remember I
suppose.
did.
That's another 21.
21. You can re-roll a single d8 because there's a 1 in there and we don't use
Oh,
1.
yeah.
So you can roll 1 more d8. So we'll take that off. So 20 plus whatever you roll now. Two still
A
counts.
2 is
Nah.
So that means 22 plus the 9 from your first level plus your modifier for a couple of times. So you have a total. Is
Plus
that
5.
That's it?
Yeah? Right?
Okay.
Or am I
no,
stupid?
You're stupid.
You
Okay,
didn't
I'm
add the
stupid.
+5 yet.
Yeah. It's 22 plus 9
36.
plus 5. So total, you have a total of 36 hit points. Yeah. Right?
Exciting.
Yes.
Let's
So
do
you
this
have-
too, because I forgot to do this too.
You have 36 hit points. Yeah, Charlie, you can go ahead and roll for your own hit points. You know how it works.
Yeah, I know.
But from those 36 hit points, you take 7 points of slashing damage from the axe that strikes you in the chest.
Well, ow.
Okay. In that case, that ends the pumpkin's turns for now. Bringing us back to the top of the round. Harold, you are frightened of this living, fiery pumpkin that's standing in front of you.
Do I have to run from it, or?
No, you're just afraid, meaning that. Let me check. Frightened.
Well, I'm pretty sure I have
Give me the
disadvantage.
DM screen. Can you give me the DM screen?
Yes.
If I recall, I like disadvantage on attacks, and I can't move towards him, right?
Well, I'm pretty sure that, yeah. You can't move any closer. Let's see. Yeah. Petrified, paralyzed, poisoned, invisible, grappled, frightened. Frightened creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks it while the source of its sphere is within sight. The creature can't willingly move closer to the target. So, yeah, you disadvantage on all your attack rolls as long as you can see it. And you can't move closer to it, but you're already right next to it.
Well, Harald will close his eyes and violently swing at him.
Alright, go for it.
Goddamn pumpkins these days.
Back in my days, pumpkins didn't attack people like this.
Ooh, yeah, okay,
They
so
were
that's
just delicious and baked into pies.
I wouldn't say delicious, but 14.
14, sadly enough, just like before, your first strike, boom, kind of bounces off of the outer shell of the pumpkin, having no effect.
Well, we'll continue to, we'll continue it. See if a 17 hits.
17 does hit. It's enough just to get to that mushy inside.
Alright, so this is his fist doing the same thing as he did last time with 10 points of damage.
Well, with that, punch again into the pumpkin, having this slight crack in its outer shell. Pumpkin's not looking too well.
And, you know what? I'll use a bonus action of Flurry of Blows.
Hey, go for it.
First attack, unfortunately, is going to be a 13.
13, still not enough. The outer shell of this pumpkin is a decent thickness.
But 15?
15 is also not enough to hit this pumpkin. Sadly enough, AC is a little higher than that. You've not been rolling.
These are some thick pumpkins.
Disadvantage. Some thick pumpkins. They're big. They're like wider than you are. A little shorter.
Well, Harald will, because he's frightened, you'll skedaddle, and
well,
because I did.
At the end of your turn, you can reroll the saving throw.
Well, I mean, the turn is not over yet. I want to run away.
You want to run, very well. So you want to run?
Like behind the stage or podium. I think that's the wall you put down.
You go 5, 10, you jump onto the stage, 15, 20. What's your movement?
It's 50 feet.
What the hell?
Gone.
Excuse me.
I would like for you to now reroll the wisdom saving throw.
Yeehaw. That's a 19.
19, that is a success. Now running away, jumping across from off of the stage on the other side even. You now realize, wait, they're not that scared, it's just a pumpkin. But that's where you're
That's the alcohol, man.
Yeah. After Harold, Blair, Siren, you're on deck. You're next.
Okay. Let's see. Which pumpkin am I gonna attack? Probably the closest.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna cast. What was it called again? Let me see. Chill Touch.
Chill touch. Very well. Go ahead and roll for your attack roll.
I'm very disappointed in myself right now.
As you shoot off the necrotic spectral hand from yours, it doesn't manage to find its target as it dissipates in the air behind it. Sadly, chill touch having no effect. That's your action. What else do you want to do?
I'll just blatch that bitch.
Sadly enough, chill touch and Eldritch Blast are both actions to cast.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Then I wanna do very much nothing because I can't do anything except like walk 3 steps back.
You want to walk 3 steps back?
Yeah, exactly 3 steps.
Alright, 1, 2, 3. There we go.
Damn, I
Taking
think
some
that-
taking some distance from the fight.
Yep.
Hey, Shirin, you're next. As you see the Wood Elf man just run off the stage on the other side and slowly moonwalking backwards the Elf Elven woman that was dancing before. You're left standing right across from the pumpkin. What do you want to do?
Well, I pick myself up, brush the blood off my bleeding chest, and I look the pumpkin right in the eye as I cast Fish's Mockery.
Very well, Fish's Mockery.
Nice.
That is a wisdom saving throw, right?
Right?
Very well. Wisdom.
They say words don't hurt.
That is a 17.
They might not.
That's my,
And against your spell save DC.
which is 15.
15 means they succeed because it's a cantrip. Sadly enough, deals no damage.
Aw.
You do still have a bonus action if you wish to use it for something.
Well, I think I'm just gonna tactically retreat from this pumpkin
Alright.
before it cuts me up again.
If you do technically retreat from it, it will get an attack of opportunity on you. So when you leave its range, it will get an extra attack on you. I didn't do that with Harold because I forgot. But they do.
No, because I have. If I use, I thought you knew, but
Because you
if
use
I do
Flurry of
flurry of blows, then it disengage as well.
Right.
It's the monk thing.
Fucking hell. So if you run away from it, it will get an attack against you as a reaction. Are you sure you want to
Well-
run away from it?
So you can risk it.
Well, if I stay, it will probably attack as well. So I might as well just run.
Yeah, very well. Where do you want to run to? Standing currently right here.
I'm taking a page out of Harold's book.
Can I run up onto the stage?
Sure.
Ding ding ding.
You go 5, 10, 15 on top, standing currently right there on the edge, top of the stage. The pumpkin is going to get his attack of opportunity against you. That is a 23 to hit.
Oh, that's damn.
Yes.
That's rough.
Oh.
I very much miss playing
You
Fun
take
right now.
20 points of slashing damage
Wait,
as the great axe lunges at you and carves you across the
Dude.
back.
Well.
Can you not
Huh?
do that?
How much hit points do you
36.
Currently 9.
have? Oh my fucking god.
Right. Next, Yorna, you see the Wood Elf man just run away on the other side of the stage. You see the other tiefling climb upon the stage, getting a great axe in the back as the half elf slowly stumbles back.
It's okay, I'm stupid. So I will
That's
step back, I will step forward between those two
Right.
pumpkins in.
Step in
Yeah.
between them.
And I just, and I hit it with my great axe.
Sword. You have a
Great
great sword.
axe.
It says sword.
Yeah,
Oh, you have both. Sure.
I have both.
Go ahead and go for the great axe.
Boom! Bitch. That's 12.
12 misses.
You meant to say you attempt to hit it.
12 misses as you, with a great axe, a massive swipe overhead. The pumpkins are a little lower than you expected.
Second attack,
Go for it.
23.
23. This time bringing it up and down into the pumpkin's head. Right into it. Go for it. Roll for damage.
D12. 16 points of damage.
Overall, 16 points of damage against this one.
That's all I can do.
You only have one. Oh, no, you did 2 attacks.
I did
you
2
missed.
attacks. Yeah.
Alright, you first one miss, the second one you carve it into the pumpkin, kind of have to rip it out as a not blood, but this orangish insides of pumpkin kind of flies through the air above you before you get your next round. Pumpkins' turn. The pumpkins, let's see, not too smart. The one pumpkin standing over here sees
Neither
the one
am I.
after carving the tiefling in the back, sees the half elf that shot at it twice slowly walk backwards. It's going to the fire on the inside of the pumpkin starts roaring louder and louder as two beams of fire shoot from its eyes towards you, Blair.
Damn! That sounds badass.
It's gonna Eldritch Pumpkin you.
It's an eldritch pumpkin you.
Fair.
So-
Okay, I deserve that.
Its first attack is a 7 to hit.
Yeah, not by a long shot.
Right. The first pumpkin blast flies past. The second one is 13 to hit.
Fine.
Right, 13 hits. In that case, you
I'm straight up not having a great time right now.
you take 14 points of fire damage as this single fire beam slams into your chest.
Ow.
You might have been walking away from the pumpkin. The pumpkin hasn't forgotten about you. After that, the pumpkin slowly 5, 10, 15, 20 stumbles its way in this very awkward waggle kind of way towards you with the great axe in hand.
Wuggle, wuggle, wuggle.
The other one turns his attention to the now active tiefling across from it and is going to attempt to whack that tiefling.
To whoop my ass.
So, against you, Yorna.
Woo!
First attack is a 10 to hit.
Misses.
Second attack is a 21.
Damn it.
So the first one swipes, you manage to block it out of the way, but in the second time it comes back, hits you like right across the upper leg.
Tell me the damage, doctor.
You take 6 points of slashing damage
Ah, okay.
as the axe carves its way into your leg, barely pushing through the chainmail, but dealing a little bit of damage.
Yeah.
I
feel that. Oh my god.
Bring it back, top of the round. Harold, Blair, you're on deck, by the way. Harold, what do you want to do?
Harold realizes there is still a lot of alcohol, and if these guys die, that's free. So he runs back,
Right.
goes exactly where he was before.
Okay, you were right there before. That's
Yes.
50 feet.
So then I will continue just hitting it.
Alright,
First
go for
one
it.
with a short sword. It's an 18 to hit.
18 actually hits.
Ah yeah, 10 points of damage.
This time Harold uses the sharp end of the short sword to carve into this pumpkin. Actually, you're landing a hit with it. 10 points of damage. Very well.
How bad does it look?
It's still upright, but this one's definitely much more carved up than the other one.
Well, Harold will do his second attack with a 24 to hit.
Also hits.
Oh fuck.
Another 10 points of damage. You know, consistency is key.
Nice. Second one with the fist, right? Another crack into the armor, with the outer shell having many dents and cuts in it now. The pumpkin is like holding together, but some flames are pouring through the other ends of its inner body. Bang.
And then last attack.
Using another flurry of blows?
No, just doing the regular bonus action.
Oh wait, yeah, you get an extra
hit.
attack at level 5. Never mind.
Stupid.
That's only an 11 to hit though.
11
So-
sadly enough does not hit. Another boom on the outer shell of the pumpkin. No effect. But the pumpkin is now, it's slowly starting to crump in on itself, though seems in its personality still as ferocious as before. Alright.
That's Harold's turn.
After Harold, Blair. You now walking away, get one fire blast that barely misses you, the other one hits you square in the chest before you look back up. You have this pumpkin standing right in your face.
I very much curse myself because I should have reacted to that.
Yes, you should have.
Yeah, okay. Well, fine. Let's see. How badly does the pumpkin look, though?
This one looks a lot better than his partner does. It's only been
okay.
pierced through once with the rapier and have been hit with one of the Eldritch Blasts.
Okay, well, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it again because I really like doing that.
Right. It is within 5 feet of you, so the attack rolls with disadvantage.
Wait, no, wait. I know the this more fun spell.
Okay.
Let me see, what does it say? This is in a cube of 5 feet, so I can like precisely just choose the pumpkin.
Alright, very well. What spell are you casting?
Cloud of Daggers.
Alright, very well.
Okay.
That is a dexterity or constitution saving throw.
Attack save. None.
There's no saving throw for it?
No.
You have to make a dexterity. What?
It says it's a second level. It's casting time is an action. It's
Right, concentration up to
attack
1
with
minute.
none. It's slashing damage. That's all it says here.
Right, you fill the air with spinning daggers in a 5-foot cube on each side, centered on a point you choose within range. A creature that takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spell area for the first time or starts its turn there. Alright. In that case, a cloud of daggers now appears right in that space. You are concentrating on that, but it currently has no effect yet because it has to be on their turn.
Cool.
The cloud of daggers has been cast. And on what level spell? Because as a warlock, you always have max. You always have a certain level of spells.
Well, then it's level 3.
Okay, so it's a level 3 cloud of daggers. Very well.
Yeah.
In that space right there, the pumpkin currently standing in it, you are concentrating on it. Very well. That's your action. You still bonus action movement if you wish to use it.
No, I'm fine for now.
And very well. Siren, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I want to cast Cure Wounds on myself as a second level spell.
Alright. An action, you cast Cure Wounds on yourself to try and get that 9 hit points a little higher than it was before. Go ahead and roll for it.
It's a whole 11 extra hit points. I'll take it.
It's more than you had.
That's pretty exciting.
Right? The Siren heals 11 hit points. You still have a bonus action if you wish to use it for a Bardic Inspiration or possibly something else that you have.
I use it to grant Bardic Inspiration to the other tiefling, because racial solidarity.
Alright, very well. Yorna, you gain a Bardic Inspiration from the other tiefling that's standing behind you on the stage.
Woohoo!
Okay. After Shirin, Iorna, it is now your turn. Feeling inspired, having Harold not too far away from, not across from you necessarily, but at an angle.
I will step aside so I have advantage.
Alright, so you step aside so to make sure that you're flanking this pumpkin, not knowing where the attacks are coming from, this round shape.
Ring ding 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 ding.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
That's a 24 to hit.
24 definitely hits.
So that's a D12. Oh. Oop.
It's a lot of damage.
Error, unrecognized code error. Yeah, that's a lot of
Oh
damage.
my god, the most
God.
damage possible.
But I can reroll that.
Can you?
No, yes I can. I can reroll
Do you have
once.
Great Weapon Master?
Yes.
You can roll ones, reroll ones and twos. Go for it.
Woo!
But only, you can only do it once a turn, sadly. So,
I
You
mean,
up
you
your-
gain.
instead of 5, you deal 6 points of damage. It's a lot. It's a lot. With the great axe, you carve into the pumpkin the first time, bring it up and around for a second swipe. Go for it.
That's a 20.
20 definitely hits. You have advantage.
Oh
which,
wait.
you know, you could maybe go for a natural 20. 26, barely.
Almost.
Sadly not.
It does 11 damage.
Wait, don't you crit on the 19?
I
You're a
do!
You're a champion fighter. You crit on the 19.
Oh my god. I do.
I know.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know your class better than anybody else.
So that is a... Oh god.
So go ahead and roll your d12 plus 4. And you
I
double the
already
d12.
did.
Okay. That is
So that's
7 doubled to 14 plus
18
4,
damage.
18 points of slashing damage total.
Thanks
That
a lot.
does a
Pretty
fucking
nice.
number on it. As you actually this time you carve up like this nice pumpkin patty as it slowly falls off the side. A gust of fire just exhausts through there.
Pumpkin pie.
That's from your second attack. You should
that's
have a
it.
bonus action or movement.
Nope.
Alright, very well. After Iorna, it's the pumpkin's turn. The one pumpkin now, heavily damaged, kind of looks up at you, Iorna, brings the axe around and is going to attempt to strike at you with its great axe.
I don't like that.
Its first attack is an 11.
Misses.
Second attack is a 23.
For Christ's sake, man.
You take a total of 19 points of slashing damage as this great axe just digs itself into your chamber.
Why?
Let's see.
Why?
After that, the other pumpkin standing across from Blair, currently just covered in the blades that are whirling and spinning around it on that location, takes 5d4 damage, I think?
64.
64 damage.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, 64 damage.
So let's
60.
see what that's gonna be.
Let's increase it.
That's 14 points of damage.
Yeah, it takes 14 points of
Ooh,
slashing
that's
damage.
disappointing.
Yeah.
That is not too
I mean,
high of
come
a
on.
roll, sadly.
1, 2, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2. What?
I mean, it's a
Remember when I
D4.
rolled at 17 with my
Uh,
3D?
That's true.
The pumpkin is not too pleased with that and steps back out of the cloud of daggers, which I don't think deals additional damage.
Does she get an opportunity attack?
You do get an opportunity attack if you wish to take it.
Yes, of course I do.
You can only do that with a melee weapon unless you have Warcaster.
Give me a second.
I'm giving you a second.
1.
I
Got
have
him.
2 daggers.
Alright, so you bring out one of your daggers, stab into the cloud of daggers as the pumpkin steps out of the cloud. Go ahead and roll for an attack roll.
Okay. Let me see what my modifiers are for those. That's the +5 if I'm correct.
It's either strength or dexterity.
Yeah, it's dex. I know that, but yes, I'm proficient in that one, so it's a +5. Oh, that's noble. That's
Another roll.
noble. Don't cheer too loud. That's 13.
13 is sadly not enough. You jab the dagger in the other cloud of daggers, but nothing happens. As this one stepped back, taking the damage, kind of looks around, seeing the massive cloud on one side. Turns around, sees the other tiefling standing on top of the stage doing nothing. And the other two people currently assaulting his brother is going to fire one of its eye beams towards Iorna and the other one towards Harold. So, towards Iorna,
2 damage.
that is
Woo,
a
misses.
9 to hit. I'm actually not sure. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It actually cannot hit Harold, so the second shot's also going towards you, Iorna. That is a 19 to hit. It doesn't have the
Harold is
range.
sorry.
Sorry. Iorna, you take 13 points of fire damage
Oh
as
my
the
God.
second fire beam slams into your chest.
Dude! I went from 56 to 15.
Well, on the plus side, Harold, you know,
I miss my
Looking
hit
pretty good.
points.
Back to the top of the round. Harold, it is your turn. Looking fine at the moment. What do you want to do?
well, I will hit it.
Go
Or
ahead.
attempt to hit it, is the better way to say it. So 20 for the first one with the sword
20 hits.
for 9 points of damage.
Nice, nice.
Noise.
At this point, it's looking very much pumpkin-eat. It's not bloodied, but it's pumpkin-eat.
I don't know what that means.
Many
But
cuts and many broken in its outer shell. Go ahead. Roll for your second attack.
Harold will, you know, hit it with his fist this time.
There's a lot of pumpkin juice.
Get them juices rolling. 26 to hit.
26 definitely hits.
Yep. That's 10 points of damage again.
Ooh.
Alright, another crack into this creature's armor. It's not looking too
It's
well.
still alive?
It's still alive.
Oh, Christ.
Harold
We are
will
not level
do
8.
another attack.
Alright, go ahead for the bonus action.
And this will be big money. 25 to hit
25 hits.
for 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage for all. This pumpkin now is standing on its lost legs, many cuts and broken pieces. Some pieces are already falling in. It has this large bulge in its back where it's all like mushy and soft, kind of where Harold is standing.
It's got this large bulge.
It is currently still alive. Alright, after Harold, Blair, it's your turn. You see the pumpkin now standing on the other side of your cloud of daggers. What do you wish to do?
Sherry?
Oh, yeah.
You're Blair. You're Blair.
You're Blair.
I'm very much forgetful that I'm not a big minotaur right now.
True.
I have the same. Well,
You're
I'm
also
not.
not a
getting
big-
some
you're
traits
never a big
from,
minotaur.
I meant I'm not lucky.
Okay, well, let's see. Yeah, he's on the other side of this cloud. I'm
Then he-
gonna try my chill touch again.
You fire the necrotic spectral hand through the cloud of daggers and attempt to hit your pumpkin opponent. 18 does hit.
Cool. I've never been more disappointed in my life. 3 points of damage.
Nice. Sadly enough, even with 2d8, only 3 points of necrotic damage. As now the pumpkin slowly turns its head towards you. A little disappointed, Pete. It's not that badly hurt, but it's okay. That's your
That's a lot of
action.
damage.
What else do you want to do?
I'm gonna kind of make a run for it to the which is it? For me, it's left, I'd say.
Where do you want to go?
For
That
you?
way?
Yes, that way.
Alright. How far do you want to go? Your full movement?
As far as I can.
Alright,
Yes.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
You make your way over, standing in the middle of the plaza, and you can now see the pumpkin from every direction. Alright, so you're in. After Blair ran across the plaza, you still standing atop the stage, currently out of harm's way. You see that the tiefling's not doing too well, but the rest holding up okay. One of the pumpkins almost dead itself. What do you want to do?
I look at the right pumpkin that's almost dead, and I once more straighten my back and cast Vicious Mockery.
Alright. Another vicious mockery, another wisdom saving throw. That is a natural 2, which fails. Go ahead and roll for your vicious mockery damage.
Kill it with a yo mama joke.
It's 6.
6. How do you want to kill this
Oh
pumpkin?
my god!
Boy.
Oh my god.
Siren stands up straight, and she begins talking. She rants on about its creator, and eventually just says, "Burn."
And with that, the whole pumpkin kind of implodes on itself before flames take it up on every side. I would like for
Emotional damage.
Yorna and Harold to make dexterity saving throws,
Oh
please.
my god. Oh no.
26.
Yorna, what'd you get?
That's a 5.
5, sadly enough,
Why am I? What?
is a failure. Oh.
Here you see a rogue
Oh my god.
without a dexterity modifier.
Oh.
Yorna, you take 3 points of fire damage as the pumpkin standing in between the both of you explodes. Harold, you take a single point, unless you have no, you don't have evasion yet.
I don't have evasion yet, so
As the pumpkin in between the both of you explodes in every direction, you take a little bit of fire damage. You're okay.
I'm
choose.
such bad stats.
Okay. After that, that's your action, Sirin. Unless you have anything else you want to do with your bonus action or movement.
I use my bonus. I use my movement to get off the stage and move closer towards Lorna.
You're right. Another 5, 10, 15. You can get right next to Yorna right there.
Oh!
Yorna not looking too hot at the moment. Or actually, she burned, so yeah, pretty hot, but you know, not in the right way.
I'm always hot.
Right.
You look
you're
like a
actually,
character
You're
now.
actually you're a tiefling, so you're resistant to fire damage. You know that, right? Just keep that in mind for the future. You can. I don't know how much damage you took from the fire blast before. We can find out. Let's see. What's the three? You took 13 points of fire damage before, which is going to be halved to 6. So you can add 6 points. Or you take 13 points. So you can add 7. And then from this last, you can add 2 points. She would only have taken 1 point of damage.
Yeah.
See, you're doing a lot better now.
I'm fine.
Okay.
I find like Ventra always says he's fine.
No. I'm actually quite okay.
After Iorna, the final pumpkin is on his turn. He moves 5, 10, 15, 20 feet close to Iorna's slow, stubby legs. It will fire a single fire blast towards Blair and another one towards Harold.
Oh dear.
No.
So the first one towards Blair.
Wait. It's my turn, right? It's not the
Oh wait, it was
pumpkin
sorry,
turn.
it's your turn. This one is gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20 moves back.
Reverse.
Alright, what do you wanna do?
Just saying.
What do you wanna do?
I wanna run up to the pumpkin.
Alright, so you go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 right up next to this pumpkin.
And I try and slash it.
Go for it. You run across the field with great axe in hand.
22.
22 hits.
And that is 12 damage.
Another 12 points of damage. Very well.
Second attack.
Go for it.
That's a 20.
1 second. 12 to 2. Okay. 20 hits as well.
And that is a 13.
13 points damage. Very well. With that, you carving it twice, bringing it almost half its hit points down
Of course.
from what it had remaining.
Oh god.
With that, at the end of Iorna's turn, it is the pumpkin's turn, which now has a heavily armored axe-wielding tiefling in its face. It is going to use its both of its attacks to now instead attack Iorna instead of firing at the rest. So, Iorna, its first attack's a 22 to hit.
Hits.
You take 18 points of slashing damage
Yes.
as the great axe moves its way through your body. Second attack's a 24 to hit.
Oh god. What is it?
You take 13 points of slashing damage from the second attack.
I'm down, bitches.
With that, Iorna falls backwards across the plaza, seeing the heavily damaged pumpkin on the other side.
Oh my god, if I die, I'm gonna be mad.
Top of the round, Harold, what do you want to do?
Well, Harold will just beeline towards the pumpkin,
Right, 5, 10.
and as he almost
20,
gets there, he'll
25,
jump
30,
and
35, 40.
try to hit it in the face.
Alright, you jump up with short sword in the hand. Go ahead and try to hit it in the face.
That's a 20 to hit, so
20 definitely hits.
that's 7 points of damage. Not too exciting, but
Aww.
Alright, 7 points of damage from the first cut across the pumpkin's face. You see Iorna lying next to you now, bleeding out from the wooden axe, and hit her twice in the chest.
oh,
Go ahead for your second attack.
Oh.
second attack's gonna be 23 to hit,
23 also hits.
with the 9 points of damage.
Another 9 points damage. Very well.
And Harold will use a flurry of blows for this one,
Go for it.
with a natural 20.
Natural 20
Whoop,
hits.
whoop.
Ooh, that's a 7 points of damage.
Nice, 7 points of damage total. A little sad, a little sad.
And then the last attack is a 19 to hit,
19 also hits.
with an 8 points of damage.
Another 8 points of damage. Again, bringing it down quite a ways. With just, just ramming with all these different attacks into the face. The face slowly starts like carving, like caving in to one side as you've been hitting it so much on one side. But very well.
And that's it.
And with that, the pumpkin barely standing up still angry and ferocious. Blair, it's your turn.
Well, let's see. Far away from me. I can Eldritch Blast it.
You can
I
definitely
will
try Eldritch.
Eldritch Blast it.
Go for it, Eldritch Blast it. Jesus, this thing's made out of cotton. It's so warm.
That's my new favorite thing now.
Oh.
18 to hit.
18 does hit. As the Fey-like force energies fire towards the pumpkin once again.
5 points of damage.
Very well, 5 points of damage.
I'm gonna do that again though, because I can.
Yeah, second
will.
Eldritch Blast, go for it.
24 to hit.
24 also hits.
points of damage.
Damn, 13 points of damage. That really deals a number. It's like standing on his last legs, barely trying to keep up. What do you want to do? Is that it? You have still a bonus action and movement.
Let's see, what can I do with my bonus action? I don't even know that.
Alright. In that case, we'll go on to Serin. Serin, you see Yorna bleeding out after being attacked by the pumpkin. You see Harold just punching it in the face as Claire fired 2 Eldritch Blasts at it. What do you want to do?
I once more cast Vicious Mockery at the pumpkin.
Okay, very well.
Effective.
Another Vicious Mockery towards the pumpkin. A Wisdom saving throw. That's a 19 on its Wisdom save.
Does not hit then.
Sadly enough, this pumpkin is made of stronger stuff than that, and is this time not killed by words. That's your action.
In that case, I don't think I have anything I want to do on my bonus action, so that's my turn.
Very well. Iorna, I would need you to roll a death saving throw.
Success.
17, that's a success on the first attack. On the first, sorry.
Attack.
First death saving throw.
Yes.
After that, back on the pumpkin's turns. The pumpkin this time turns towards you, Harold, swinging wildly with its great axe. That is a 14 to hit on its first attack.
That will not hit.
Right. You dodge the first one out of the way. Second one with an 11, you again make sure it just doesn't hit you. Just bob and weave. Both swipes of the pumpkin having no attacks. Harold, back to you. What do you want to do?
Well, after dodging those hits, Harold will try and return the favor, but, you know, not do what he does. But he will. That's a 10 to hit.
10 does not hit.
Darn it. Alright, that's the first attack, though. So,
yeah.
Second attack is a natural 20 again.
That does it.
So, you know, if we don't roll a 1, that's more exciting. That's 6 plus 11 points of damage.
How do you want to do this?
Well, you'll dodge the 2 attacks out of the way, try to stab it, misses it, and then just kicks it in the beetroot. And this time, it will fall.
Right, this time, you hit it with the blade, and it just bounces off slightly. You kick it in the nuts. It flies up for about half a foot before coming down and crumpling in on itself. Again, the fire beginning to burn hotter and hotter on the inside, and exploding outward. Iorna, you take a single death saving throw failure, and I would like for you to roll a dexterity saving throw, Harold.
22.
22 is a success. You take 4 points of fire damage. With that, the town plaza grows quiet. Most of the townsfolk having scramped to the different edges of the city. Some other smaller pumpkins being finished off by the town guard as the 4 of you see the single tiefling laying on the ground, currently bleeding to death.
Alright, so Harold will immediately, because, you know, it's very important to him, you know, he cares very much, he will go and find the first brewery stand and get himself a tankard, because this is problematic, and, you know, he needs a drink before he can act.
Alright, very well. The closest brewing stand, not too far away. You go over, you pour yourself a glass, you kind of take a breath when look over at the other 2 individuals who are currently still standing upright, who had fought alongside
you. So do I recognize any of these people?
You do not, actually.
So they're new?
They're all new in town.
Still dying.
Yeah, Iorna, I'd like for you to roll another death saving throw if nobody's going to help you.
That's a success.
It's another success, very well.
Say
Then,
whenever we have to roll again.
Harold, will walk towards the semi-dead body.
Mm-hmm.
I will throw some, he puts a second tankard because, he's considerate. And, like, try to give the half-dead, like, the dying body some alcohol. So that's...
Alright, go ahead and roll a medicine check.
Oh, I have to roll a medicine check for that.
You're gonna give me alcohol?
Best medicine.
I'm gonna maybe
very
kill you.
That's true, but...
Look, Harold is
It's
that's a 16.
16
He's a
is
doctor, okay.
success. With that, I would say, Iorna, you come to at a single hit point, I'll say, for the sakes.
It's a magical drink.
As you see the older half-elf man pour an alcoholic beverage into your mouth.
I will take the alcohol from him and drink it.
That was for me. Okay.
A moment passes before all of you reconvene at the now no longer dying tiefling. One of the town's guards comes walking up, decorated a little more than the average person, seeming to be the captain. This was one of the judges as well, who wipes off the bits of pumpkin remains off of his own spear. Approaching all of you, goes, thank you for sticking around and dealing with those larger pumpkins. We were busy trying to contain the crowds. Do you have any idea where this was coming from?
I didn't know this was supposed to be the act. It's a little weird for us.
Well, no, but it hurts.
is this not what pumpkins normally do then? Is this not how this goes?
This usually not how the festival goes. No, this is the first time.
We are not
I've
100%
never
sure.
seen an enchanted pumpkin before.
What?
Quite amusing, if I say so.
We are not sure what happened, and we wish to investigate. We're currently still looking for Joseph Reifer, but we cannot find him anywhere. Would you be kind enough? We currently have our hands full trying to calm down the other townsfolk. You seem to have a little bit more capability in yourselves than the rest do. Joseph Reifer lives not too far on the north side of town. If you haven't met him before, small halfling man, doesn't speak much, but I think he might know more about what happened here tonight. Could you go and seek him out, please, and report back? I do not have any men to spare. There will, of course, free drinks and whatever is remaining.
You got me over your free drinks. You got me on the free drinks part. For how long?
That's like one of the last things he said.
For the
But
remainder
seriously,
of
what
the
did they say?
time you can
What?
remember.
Mr. Guard,
Yes.
do you happen to carry any medicine for us? We could sure use
Right,
it if we're gonna
drugs?
work
Kind
for
of
you.
Turns around and goes through his satchel, brings out these smallish red potions and kind of hands them off to you. These should
Is that a gin and tonic?
A little bit. These should aid to heal you from the most immediate wounds. And he hands you all a single potion of healing.
Just give me a sec, please.
Why is it red?
It's supposed to be that way.
It's wine.
It's
Oh.
very much alcoholic, Harold. Nope. Hey, farewell, Harold. Go ahead and roll for your.
I mean, I got those 3 hit. I got those 3 hit points I need to gain back.
Yeah, it's 2d4 plus 4.
Yeah, that's a little overkill. I don't know. I'm rolling. I mean, the plus 4 is already enough.
Well, go ahead and roll all of it. Alright, what do you
Yes. 9.
get? How many hit points did you miss?
3.
3. Okay, I would say the remaining 6 hit points you gain temporary hit points.
Nah.
I will also drink.
You guys can also decide to take a short rest.
Okay.
Let's just take a short rest.
I will take a
My
short
frail
rest.
old legs.
I could use a nap.
He kind of looks around at most now destroyed pumpkins and turns to you. He goes, if you guys would be able to get Josie back here, and of course, Harold, you'll get your drinks. For the rest of you, I don't think we're going to be finishing the pumpkin contest tonight, so The remaining 100 gold will be yours if you can just bring him to us so we can question him. That'd be great.
Does Harold know this guy or?
They know you.
Roll a Constitution saving throw. You've been drinking all night. Let's see if you can remember that.
I mean, it's true. It's an 11.
11. You don't know him personally. He competes every year at this amazing free drinks festival as one of the pumpkin growers, and has won it a couple of times. He lives, you know, you've seen his farm before in the north side of town. A couple of times you have ventured out into a location where there's not as much booze.
Don't do that a lot.
Exactly, but you don't know him personally. You know, small halfling male, just runs a small farm outside of town.
It's a real asshole, that one.
He goes, the guard goes, well, if he is responsible for what happened here tonight, yes, I would have to agree. It was his pumpkin that came to life first, so we wished to know if he had anything to do with it.
Wait, for who are we looking for again?
Locket, you are looking for... you're looking for Josu Riffner.
Old Riff Raff.
He lives about 10 minutes up north, following and kind of points out the road you'd have to walk. A small home atop a hill. It's a little lonesome. You probably shouldn't be able to miss it too easily. He has multiple pumpkins growing in his farm on the back of his house.
That's worrying.
That is indeed worrying. So be careful, and the rest of you, keep those potions at your side, please. Excuse me, if I must return to my duties. You can take a rest, but I'd like for you to leave and retrieve me as quickly as possible, if that's possible.
Okay, but first rest.
Of course. Okay, he turns around and he continues kind of ordering some of the other guards around that are now trying to contain the hysterical populace of this town. So four of you kind of sit and lean against the sides of the stages and sit atop of it. You all take
Oh hell no.
a short rest.
Yona
What's
just
this?
lays on the
What?
floor. Where she?
It's rolls.
So the vial that just, got chalked.
Yes.
I suppose, for convenience sake, Harold will
Booze.
booze that up as well
Of course, you have
as
a
his
little vial,
tankard.
a little vial of booze.
Also, I really, really, really like to cast familiar.
You want to cast Find Familiar?
Yes.
Right. I would say you cast Find Familiar before you take a short rest, because in that case you you regain all of your spell slots as a warlock.
Yes.
Alright, what type of creature do you conjure?
Well, my lovely black cat called Snow.
As you all are taking a short rest, moments pass before Blair, this to you now still unknown half-elven mage, you're not sure, sits down, performs a small ritual, and after 10 minutes, out of the ether of nothingness, a small piece of coal transforms into this majestic black cat.
I poke it.
How much have I been drinking?
Don't be mean to my cat.
That's what it is. Who are all of you anyway? I don't recognize you. You're outsiders.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not from around here.
And why is you red?
What?
They're red.
They're red? You mean these
Yeah.
guys?
It's like, the color red, like, is that blood? Because that's not good. I think she did.
Harold kind of points over to Yorna, who currently still lays back on the in the middle of the plaza. You know, among a multitude of other bodies that the guards have been taking away. You're not taking a long rest, you're taking a short rest. You're still
I know.
awake.
Harold just pinches the nose.
You are such a mystery to me.
I just slept away.
No, that's alive.
Well,
So
yes,
you
of
are
course I
from
am.
around here.
Well, it's not that obvious.
Why not?
Well, for a moment you died there. I mean, you got lucky. There's alcohol in this world. Saved your life.
Well, I must say, sir, your alcohol habits, they concern me.
Listen here, I'm not gonna be scolded by some teenagers here now, okay? It's been doing wonders for me.
How old are you?
Well, I grew up in this village here. I'll tell you, everybody knows me around here.
Do they
I'm
know you as
old.
the town drunkard?
No, they don't.
How peculiar. So,
I'm the wise old man of the town. If you could, pinpoint anything of it.
okay, so do you know the guy we have to find?
Oh yeah, I know him. Knew him when he was a kid. Knew him when he was older. What's his name again?
Are you actually asking me that?
No, I'm asking them.
Alright, great.
Old riffraff, that's it.
But you haven't answered my question. How old are you?
Listen here, you don't ask a man his age.
Okay. I will.
Can we ask a fool his age?
Yes.
As you wanna
Just asking you a question, Red One.
Well, I am.
Man who doesn't know his age.
I think you.
I know my age.
I think both of them.
So.
20!
Oh, okay.
Look,
I
that's a really
remember-
small number. I would have known when I was 20 when I was 20, okay? Look, I'm in the triple digits something. I don't know where I'm at.
Ooh.
I forget sometimes.
So you drink as well?
No.
Oh.
Okay, what's your favorite kind of beverage then?
You asking me?
Yes?
Points at the barrel. Whatever is in there.
Okay. It
Look.
was nice meeting you.
Well, we're not separated yet.
I know, but I'm gonna stop talking to you now and talk to someone else. Okay? Thank you.
Hi.
Why do you talk so slow?
I fear that I might upset you if I talk too fast. And with that, I turn to Siren.
Right, turn slightly to the tiefling bard who's patching up a couple of their own wounds at the moment.
So, how old are you?
Well, how me? I wrote it down somewhere.
See, none of us knows what we are our age, okay?
Oh yes, according to this document, it's 37.
Oh. Well, you look a little young. Be 27. But that's fine. That's fine. Some people just look really young until they're like 105 and then suddenly look 1000.
I know. I look really young
It,
as well.
it clearly says it here. You see, 37.
Yeah, I believe you.
Man, what's your age then?
Well, I'm 22.
Oh,
Holy shit.
Yeah, I know. I'm not the oldest here.
Well, I've drank enough. I'm taking some with. I say we go up there. It's a long walk.
Okay.
That's the spirit.
Right. With that, after all of you have finished your short rest, you guys, I assume you've rolled your hit dice.
Yep.
You've regained a couple of hit points.
The what?
Your hit
You
die.
hit die. It's the die you roll to get hit points. In your case, it's the D8. You have 6 of them, equal to your level. You can roll them during a short rest to regain hit points. So you can roll up to 6 D8 to regain hit points during this short rest.
I had to roll 4 just to get a semi-good number of hit points.
That's rough.
Yeah. Roll's room hates me today.
Don't they? Never mind.
Well, I drank the healing potion for a gag.
Well, you gain temporary hit points from it, so good on you.
Yeah.
Right. You all get up and look around for a moment before Harold determinedly starts walking into the northern direction of where old Riff Raffs or Josie Rifer lives.
Harold will walk painfully slow, like the old man walk.
Right. So Harold starts painfully slowly walking in that direction.
I will follow him.
Right.
Just stepping on his heels, like
That's
right
bullying.
behind him. Well, you walk just very slow.
Well, I'm not a youngster like you guys no more. My days of fast walking are over.
Oh.
Siren pulls out her lute and she just absent-mindedly pingles along, going along with what the people are saying, slightly mocking him.
There's a slow jingle, almost going equal to the walk that Harold is performing.
Harold enjoys it.
And
How big is Harold?
Well, Harold, how big are you?
Well, Harold is a giant 1.4 meters. So
Oh yeah, no.
So he's really short.
he's really short.
I try and pick him up.
Hey, after Iona gets a little bit of a quicker step, she kind of just picks up Harold from the ground. For a moment, your feet dangle.
Don't manhandle me.
Well, I thought maybe this was easier for you.
It actually is.
Don't you mean manlet handle?
Listen here, you little shit. When I was your age, I was way taller.
How
This is
tall
just
were
gravity
you?
doing its work. Look, I don't remember, okay?
I'll just make a chair out of my arms so he can sit comfortably.
It's like this. You're holding him in front of you like this, and he's sitting there.
Yes.
Alright. With the most awkward
Yep, yep.
walk possible, the 4 of you, barely introducing yourselves, not yet knowing most of each other's names, you, in the course of the 10-minute walk, you introduce yourselves to each other. As Harold at one point notices, we're a little past the house, and makes everybody turn around before following this somewhat small mountain path that's barely enough for a cart to move up to. Zigzags a little bit through the forest, eventually opening up into a slight clearing where, at an angle atop a hill, there is there's a little house built with an overhanging second floor. A large farm area behind it, a small creek in front of it where there's a small bridge that goes across it. You notice that out from the garden and around the house, there is a lot of overgrown area on this on the house's side of the creek that also kind of digs into the creek itself. You see the small bridge that was made there for people to cross has been broken down, now leaving about a 15-foot gap in between where you guys are and where the house is.
Okay. I'll walk on in the creek, like I mean, how deep is the creek though?
You're not sure.
Fuck it, I'll go through the creek to the other side.
Right. Iorna puts Harold on the
Oh no.
You keep holding him?
Mm-hmm.
Harold, do you allow this?
I mean, Harold will climb on top of the shoulders.
Okay. In that case, Iorna, I would like for you to roll an athletics check with disadvantage because you're carrying someone.
Fuck.
At this point, just standing on top of your shoulder.
Yeah.
Go!
Oh god. Oh no.
Oh.
That is a natural 1 and a natural 2. With disadvantage, that's a natural 1. Iorna, you step into the creek and it's a lot deeper than you thought, and Iorna just disappears under the water. Harold, you kind of there floating on top of it. You start being taken away by the creek. Iorna, because you're below Harold, you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit some of the rocks and stones underneath the creek before you eventually, about 50 feet down the creek, manage to fish yourself out of the water. Harold, you standing on top of Iona's shoulder as she just disappears.
Just hold on to her horns and just...
Oh, okay, you keep holding on? Yeah, barrel. In that case, Harold, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage being dragged with her down the stream.
I'm okay.
Eventually, the two of you fishing
We're
yourselves
good.
out of the creek, some part way downstream.
Oh my god.
Serin and Blair, you're still standing there, kind of flabbergasted for a moment, seeing these two go down.
I walk up to the house.
1 second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
2 of your other party members haven't even crossed the creek yet.
I know.
Should
What
have
do you
sit in
guys
your
do?
face.
I whisper into my familiar's ear from like, yo, go find a way there, girl.
And the cat just kind
Are
of
you-
like darts over about 50 feet in each direction, looking for another way to cross the creek. There's no other bridges or anything. It telepathically communicates to you.
Did you just talk to your cat?
Yeah, of course.
Are you all right?
No.
Yes? Have you guys not heard anything about witches and their cats?
Wait, I'm no witch expert.
Well, I thought the most common knowledge of them was that they can talk to their cats, but apparently not.
Back in my day, we put them on a burning st-
Well, sure, you can talk to your cat, but how was I supposed to know it would listen? Cats never listen to me.
Because my cat, for one, likes me, and two, is very smart. I saw that eye roll.
I'm not sure how this cat you found on the street a few hours ago can be very smart, but I'll take your word for it.
Are you guys coming?
Well, how are we supposed to get there?
Just swim.
Or jump.
So,
Or fly, you're a witch, I don't know.
so what do you suppose we do to get to the other side?
Well, I can hardly jump that distance. I suppose we go through the creek.
Well, okay, but let's learn from their mistake.
How?
Don't sit
Yes,
on top
don't
of
worry.
each
I
other.
was not planning to take you up on my shoulders.
Thank you.
Alright, so how are you guys gonna cross the creek?
I look around and see if I can find a long stick somewhere.
Right. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Which is my...
Intelligence.
Well, it's your investigation skill in the skill ranking.
So that's just. I don't have a skill there, so what do I roll?
Let's see. Let me check. Sirin. Oh,
It's
okay.
intelligence if you're not proficient.
Yeah, let's see. You're not proficient in investigation, so it's your intelligence modifier. So roll a d20 and add 2.
Well, that's 4.
Very well. You look around and you cannot find a big stick of any sort. Sadly enough.
Well, inconvenient. I suppose I'll just wade over then.
You want to wade through the water?
Yes, I want to wade through the water up to where I saw Yorna and Harold disappear.
That was the first step, man.
Yeah, they disappeared in the first step. You can easily try to push yourself through the water to get to the other side. In that case, I would like for you to roll a... as you lower yourself into the water and try to push through against the stream of the creek itself, I would like for you to roll a athletics check. That is a strength check, and you're not proficient in it. Sadly, your strength is 0. So simply roll a d20. Without any bonuses.
13.
13. Okay. With that, you push through the water, knowing how heavy the stream could be. You latch on to the other side and pull yourself out. You are soaking wet, but you have made it to the other side. Blair, you still standing on the other side. The cat kind of looking at Sirin moving through the water. The cat kind of looks up at you and goes, meow.
No worries, you don't have to get into the water, sweetheart.
Throw it.
I am not gonna throw my cat!
Yeet!
It's little name Yeeters.
So, how big was the creek?
It's about 15 feet wide.
I thought you were gonna ask how big your cat was.
No, I know how big my cat is.
It's about 15 feet.
15 feet is, I think, a little more than I can jump.
What are you doing?
I'm thinking.
Don't do that. It's unhealthy.
The rest of you kind of standing on the opposite side of the creek, already making there. You see there Blair really like thinking to herself, not sure what to do.
Did we come back to where we slipped?
Yeah.
Is there a door in the house?
There is a door in the front of the house.
I will already walk up to it.
Okay, then we'll wait for that because not everybody crossed the creek yet.
I know.
James Riff.
I really don't want to swim.
What are you doing, Blair?
Yeah, but there seems to be no other option.
You can attempt to jump.
I think I need to take that chance.
Okay. What do you do with your cat?
My cat will be on my shoulder for that.
Alright. Cat holding onto your shoulder, the nails kind of digging in the closer you get to the water. Go ahead and roll an athletics check.
Oh, yay!
Your DC is a little higher because you have a cat on your shoulders.
Please, Rolstroom, don't fail me! No! No!
Blair runs up to the edge. The cat holding on to the side, the two back feet dangling, flying behind it, like only holding on with its front paws. And you see Blair jump, not even make it a couple of feet towards the water. The cat jumps off and flies over to the other side as Blair belly flops, pats right into the water, and disappears for a moment. Blair,
Well, rip.
you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you also get pulled downstream before eventually fishing yourself out of the
taking
water.
damage?
So
I can react to damage I take.
you took a single point of damage.
Now so what? I can react to it.
Right, what do you want to do against it?
I want to teleport because I can do that when I take damage.
Where do you teleport to?
To the group.
Alright, so Blair hits the water, disappears for a moment before suddenly you hear, and you turn around. Behind you, soaking wet, little scraped up, is Blair, unhappy.
Well,
That
why
was
didn't
very,
you do
uh,
that in the first place?
Yeah, it was very.
I
Not
can
so
only do
charming.
that when I take damage, sadly enough.
Oh, I'll gladly punch you next time.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I think you could have taken damage without jumping in the water. I mean, I think that
Thanks
sort of
for-
defeats the purpose.
When Blair arrives, I just walk up to the door and try and kick it in.
It's just the
Oh, you
dude's
can't just
house.
knock.
Just knock.
Hey, so as Blair arrives there, you guys having that conversation, Yorna kind of just walks past, just completely oblivious to the conversation, gets right up to the door, and kicks it. Go ahead and roll an athletics check.
That's a 10.
10. You kick the front door, it stays there. It's open about half an inch already. You're not sure if that's because of your kick or not.
I will keep kicking because I think that's because of my kick.
Alright, go ahead and make another another
23.
Intelligence.
I don't have that, so.
Yeah, you kick it once again. This time, you hear the scraping of wood across wood as the door opens another inch.
That's a bit aggressive.
I
Again,
think something is blocking that
19.
Another inch.
Probably
to
locked
it.
for a
There's only-
reason.
Keep
There's only
doing it.
3 inches. It's not locked. Something's keeping from exit. As Yorna continues kicking the door, the 3 of you are kind of standing there waiting. There's no response from inside of any person, responding to
Is there
having
any
the door
windows?
kicked in.
I just want
I have an
to-
idea.
There
I have an idea.
There is actually a window on the 2nd floor that's slightly open. It's about this big. It's really not that big, but it's
I'm
there.
asking my cats to get there.
We got to throw it this time?
I
No,
keep kicking.
We'll
but-
find our way.
Okay.
I mean, Harold will also, try to climb up the building.
Alright,
I mean, you're already on my shoulders.
Sitting from the.
Blair, I would like for you to make a go ahead and roll a acrobatics check, and we'll say that's for your cat. Same goes for you, Harold.
19.
With these balls.
What did you get, Blair?
5.
Blair's
Nine.
having a bad day.
Well, that's
Okay.
I'm having the worst day.
The
cat
least
begins
feline
to
cat.
climb on the wall, but Harold kind of drunkenly jumps on the shoulder of Yorna and just
Oh, no, he was
climbs
already
into
there.
simply climbs into the window. As his ass is a little stuck there, the cat kind of gets up there and starts like trying to get past him or push him through. Eventually, the two little half
Whose
elven
touch you be?
or the two wooden elven legs kind of kicking out from the back, kicks the cat off the side of the wall as the butt and the legs disappear into the house. Harold, you're inside. The cat, sadly enough, did not make it in.
All right, Harold would like to be stealthily in his approach.
Alright, go ahead and roll a stealth check. As you continues to still hear the as
Yep.
Irna keeps kicking in the door. At this point, it's
It's
like
an
half a foot.
18.
18. Alright, you start moving through the house. The top floor is mainly bedroom and is currently empty. You move to the hallway. It's very eerily quiet. There's no lights on. There seems to be no sign of life. There is a decent bit of dust on most of the furniture and other stuff around. You see many of the roots that kind of spider webbed out from behind the house have also made their way through this house, making it look very overgrown and old, even though the house is not that old. You make your way downstairs and you then see that there's a massive closet that's also overgrown with vines and roots that's currently blocking the door, and it's every now and then slightly moved further into the house.
So there's a closet in front of it,
Yes,
like an entire closet,
correct. The
like
wardrobe.
a big one.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a problem. And there's no downstairs windows that are.
No downstairs windows that are open. There's two in the back of the house, but not towards the front.
Alright, Harold will go up to the front door as it's being kicked.
Alright.
I'll try and push my way.
I know you've been doing that.
Okay.
With the short sword, like the cut away the roots.
You cut away some of the roots, freeing the claws to be moved more easily.
And then we'll try to like push it like on this towards the side from the if you can get to the side.
Go ahead. I would like for the two of you to both roll athletics checks.
6.
24.
Okay, total of 31. With that, and the help of Harold, you hear suddenly, Irona, you kick in and the whole closet moves with, as the closet falls over, kind of cracks and breaks onto the ground. The door now opens up for all of you to enter into this dark, musty house.
Hello?
No need for loudness.
They could really use an interior decorator.
I think
Why are you worried about that?
given away her position since she kept kicking the door.
Yeah, well, I mean, could have been just a knock.
Is anyone
Just an
home?
aggressive one.
Sounds reasonable.
I mean, if you ever not paid your, your taxes, I mean, then they also do that. Anyway,
You are a curious little old man, but since there was a closet before the door, I don't think they wanted any company.
I mean, could just be bad interior decorating.
I wanna.
Thank you.
I wanna see if I can find any traces of there being someone who lived here.
Alright, go ahead and make an investigation check.
That's gonna be funny.
Does anybody else want to look for a person in here?
Harold will look for maybe like a.
You're gonna look for booze.
Well, yeah, but preferably like a cellar, because that's where usually where the good stuff is at.
The good boobs.
Alright, go ahead and make an investigation check, Harold. By the way, with a 1, no, you don't
No,
find
No,
it.
I'm getting distracted by
Yeah.
something.
For a person.
13.
Okay.
Fucking hell!
Harold, you start looking around for booze and eventually do find a small closet that holds various bottles of wine, about 3 bottles that are currently in there, still sealed and, ready to be drunk.
Wine.
You continue searching for a cellar that might have some better stuff, and eventually you don't find the entrance to a simple cellar, but you do find a trap door in the corner of the house that is currently overlaid with a heavy metal cap that's bolted shut, and there's this heavy lock on the front of it.
Peeps. Found a
That's you.
trap door.
I go and find the trapdoor.
Right. You all kind of reconvene at Harold, and there's this thick, like, it's almost like a vault door, but like on the floor, and there's this padlock on it that's
I try and
currently
kick
holding
it in.
down. Alright, you try and kick the metal door.
Mhm.
Alright, you suffer 1 point of bludgeoning damage from just kicking a metal door.
Do you have brain damage, perhaps? I mean,
Maybe it worked.
Did you roll any hit die, by the way?
Yeah,
Oh, oof.
I know.
well, Harold doesn't have any pick locks. Does anyone have pick locks?
No, I just have this ring full of keys. Maybe one of them works.
You got what?
I've got a ring full of keys. Maybe one of them works.
This is not your house, is it?
No, but these keys has to work for something.
Where'd you find them?
No. I have as long as I can remember.
Did you steal his keys?
Like I said, I have them as long as I can remember.
How long do you remember?
Well, you're quite young.
Since I've been like 4, so I have them as a child.
Oh.
Why did you have keys as a child?
Yeah, that
Children
is
do not
worrying.
open doors.
Because keys are fun to play with, okay?
So you did
No,
steal
they're
them.
not.
Right now I wish I did, because then the answer would be very easy.
Yes.
Well, I mean, you could try, but it's just that seems a little suspicious. I'll be honest.
How fun would it be if one would work?
I mean, it would also mean that you have the keys of this house, which again is a little weird.
It would be very fun though.
You've also been like very familiar with these pumpkins and stuff. I'm just saying.
Ah, yes, I have enchanted these pumpkins to attack people because that would be fun and I know those spells.
Wait, did you really do that?
Woman.
No, of course not!
Why did you say that?
Sarcasm?
I'm an old man.
Yeah,
We can
I
see.
can see.
I'm glad you can still see.
Are you done?
I mean, I'm kind of done right now, but try the keys now.
We could also just look around.
Someone looks around while I try these keys because I want to find something that I can open with these keys.
Sure.
Alright, go ahead and go. You try all the keys. Where did you get these keys from again?
It's one of the items I have for my mysterious past.
Ah. Okay. You try all the keys. No, none of these keys work on this door. Sadly.
Sadly.
I use my axe to try and break open the
Alright,
lock.
go ahead and make an attack roll. The rest of you look around through the house, and it seems mostly abandoned. The backyard has a decent amount of pumpkins still growing in it. As you hear the solid ting of a great axe against stone or against metal, you make a small dent into the padlock, but it's not broken yet.
I do it again.
Go for it.
That's an 8.
That one's just
Me and my
into
cat
the,
will
into
also
the ground.
try
I
to
do it
look
again.
for the key.
Your cat? Alright, go ahead and
Me-
make an investigation check.
I'll
Or
just
we'll
keep.
pretend to look for things, but really be in the wine closet and drink the wine.
I will keep hitting the lock or the floor until it breaks.
Right.
Siren
Well,
walks
with it-
outside and just starts smashing pumpkins. Because she doesn't trust them anymore.
The back door is not open.
But I can go around the back, around the front, can't I?
You can certainly do that. As you keep hearing the tinging of metal against metal when as Irona tries to get into the basement, Sirin, you go outside and you walk around the house, eventually jumping a fence to get into the pumpkin patch area behind it. There's a single pumpkin that's just massive, much bigger than all the other ones, much bigger than the ones that was presented at the contest. Next to that, there's a couple of chests and stuff for other farming supplies, but the backyard is decently empty. You try to find, by the way, another key. With a 10, you do not find one.
Sad.
There's also, Sirin, at the back, there's this massive, like, 2 open doors that's would lead into a basement that's under the house. That has, like, the exit in the back.
Guys! Guys, I think I found an entrance!
I'm still looking.
I will go to Siren.
Out here!
I keep hitting the floor.
Okay, your axe breaks and is no longer usable. Blair, you make your way over to Sirin, and the two of you are now back at this currently still closed entrance to a basement. You're on your axe, and the dents, your one side of your axe just completely shatters and breaks, and the thing becomes useless.
I throw the to the side.
You already got it. Oh.
Nope.
So, you want to go in there? Because I'm down.
Should we maybe get those other 2 fools?
Well, she just kept hitting the floor even when you said you found an entrance, so I don't have much hope for her.
Well, maybe we can find something else for her to hit.
tell her there's a pumpkin here to smash.
Guys, there's a door, and also pumpkins.
Pumpkins. And I walk outside.
And the tiefling eventually comes around back. Harold, you've at this point finished all 3 bottles of booze.
Wait, I walk back.
That's a little
I
much.
go get Harold again.
Yeah, you go.
I guess Harold just lied.
You find Harold face down with a bottle of half-emptied wine. Eventually waking him up as well as you carry him to the back of the house. So there's this door still closed where everybody's waiting. You can look across the field of pumpkins. A couple of ones are smashed by Sirin. One massive one still stands there. And then you got some of the other chests and stuff. As you all stand there reconvening at this back entrance to the basement.
So, ladies first.
Okay, fine, I go.
Right?
Because I can see in dark.
You
So can I.
Wait.
open up the... Yeah?
You can see in the dark?
Yeah, I have devil's
Humans
sight.
can't do that.
But I have devil's sight, so I can.
I
Oh,
find
you're a
this moment a
devil.
bit odd. I do not trust people with devilish abilities.
I'm gonna be very honest with you. You look like the definition of a devil.
Are you
Am I in hell?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
no, we are all here to torture you.
You're doing a great job.
All the booze you've been drinking has actually been water all this time.
Well, it's tasty water.
I know, I couldn't do it to you to make it taste like water.
I'm so confused. Can we just go?
Yes. Let's
Okay.
go.
Blair, you open up the back door of to this basement, and immediately the smell of rot and decay hits your nose as it kind of just woofs out from there in a wave of disgusting scent.
Say you, Blair.
No.
Probably.
Okay.
Not very ladylike, I'll tell you.
Okay.
I
I'm
just walk
fine.
in.
I will not Eldritch Blast it.
As Yorna kind of passes you up, Blair, you all eventually make your way down into the basement, where you do find a ladder that goes up to where the trapdoor would be on the first floor.
Well, that's
Other-
convenient.
Other than that, you find there's a couple of tables with alchemical supplies also completely grown over. On the wall, there's these vines that also grew over. There's this slight bulge in the structure of the wall itself. There's a couple of vials that kind of just scatter the table in front of you. This is some kind of alchemical lab.
I will investigate. Because
Right.
what else can I do?
Go ahead and make an investigation check. What is the rest of you doing?
I put Harold down. That's
Okay.
the first thing
Is-
I do.
Is
What
this
are
how
you
farms
doing?
usually look? Harold, you look like a peasant. Would you know that?
No, this looks like a no clue. Like a weird distillery.
I think this farmer might not just be a farmer. I'm not sure if someone else figured that out already, but I just did.
I walk up to the bulge in the wall,
Okay.
and I poke it.
You poke it. It's on the outside. It's hardened roots.
I will slash it open with my sword.
Go ahead and make an attack roll. As Blair is kind of going through the alchemical supplies, standing there,
Natural
Yorna
20.
walks up to the bulge, takes out the great sword.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. You carve open this clean cut through most of the roots, and falling out of it first, the underside just leans forward and falls. You hear the roots slightly as a disgusting wave of rotting meats and bones just kind of wash out over the floor of this alchemical lab. slowly
Give
from
us a warning, Blair.
the upside area, just pieces and bits of what some humanoid remains kind of fall out of the top side of the bulge. Whatever
think
was
they're
here
dead.
used to be humanoid.
Is this the person we were looking for? Can
I
you
fear-
identify?
I'm afraid so.
Let
Well-
me see if I recognize him. Do I recognize him?
He doesn't look like it anymore, but it could very well be Yozu, the one that you're looking for.
Should we take him back to the
Smells like
village?
Riff Raff.
I'd say he smells like dead.
It's currently just mushy pile of organs and disgusting rotting flesh. Blair, on the other hand, you look through through all the stuff. Most of the alchemical supplies have been broken in some way by the roots that's been growing around them. You do find a small box that is sealed by roots. You eventually clear it out and open it up, and there's 4 small vials in there marked. Do you speak Halfling?
Sadly, I don't.
Alright, then there's a language on there that you do not understand. There's 4 vials inside.
So
Of
can
some
anyone read this?
strange grayish liquid.
Well, I've learned reading in my many years of life.
Yeah, but can you read this?
This is not a language.
Can any of you speak Halfling? I assume not.
Nope.
I never choose a language.
You guys stand there debating about what this could possibly be, still standing in the horrible smell and stench of what used to be Yozu Rifer. As you guys hear the sudden the slamming of wooden doors behind you, as all the bits of light that were coming up from the moonlight outside kind of just get snuffed out immediately.
Should we take him back to the village?
Can I really quickly
Think the
maybe
door
fill the mood?
closed.
I kind of really need to go to the bathroom.
Go for it.
Go ahead. Okay, so the doors are shut. I turn around and look. Do I see anything in that direction, though?
You see, coming from the slight cracks that are between the door and the stonework, you see roots currently actively growing and trying to shut the way out.
Is that supposed to happen, Blair?
Some other roots are like slowly making their way down
No.
towards you.
I attack it.
Iorna starts frantically attacking the roots on the floor, cutting them up into pieces, but they seem to keep coming from the top here.
Well, Harold will go through the trapdoor and see if it's well, it's a padlock, right?
It is indeed a padlock from the outside.
Well,
Would it be possible to Eldritch Blast my way out of this?
You can certainly try. Currently more and more roots. At one point, Iorna is going to get overwhelmed with the amount of roots that are trying to get their way in, and they start kind of curling around your feet, trying to restrain you.
I will Eldritch Blast my way through this.
Go for it. Make an attack.
I will drink my healing potion.
Right, go ahead and drink your healing potion.
Harold will look for any alternative
Dude.
exits or tunnels or.
Right. You find out rather quickly that the trapdoor is the one way out, and that's currently locked from the outside. And you have the double door that is currently being in the process of being shut by vines before Blair shoots Eldritch Blast at it. Go ahead and roll for damage, Blair.
– 13 points of damage.
Right. With that, you crack the door slightly outward. It's open now, like slightly. You see the roots that were there get burnt off by the force damage and kind of fall to the ground. Like the door's a bit open now, but you guys are all still standing at the foot of the staircase that goes down.
I grab Harold. I try and grab Harold and go up.
Right. You grab Harold. You rush towards the door. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
That's a 24.
Right. Harold up front, you smash Harold into the door before busting out on the other side. The two of you quickly follow suit, running up the stairs before these vines overtake you, and they're now standing once again into the backyard, looking across the pumpkin field. You see that all the roots of on the ground are seem to shift and move as the very large pumpkin that was standing in the middle kind of just rotates towards you. You see from it a mouth open up, revealing the burning insides that you saw similarly to the other pumpkins. And the eyes slowly open up as well, having fire blaze out from them as 4 large root-like tentacles push itself off of the ground. I would like all of you to roll initiative.
Surprise, surprise.
Ah, that's only a 3. That's a 13.
Okay.
Dude.
25 to 20. Hey, 20 to 15.
13.
13. Oh, 15 to 10.
10.
Yeah, that's a 13.
So 13, 13, and 10. I think Harold is still at first then. Harold with 13. Then we have Blair with 13. Then we have, what did you get?
I got 10.
10, Farrell. 1 second. Alright. Okay. We have Iorna, who goes next. What did you get, Siren, for initiative?
I rolled in on a 16.
Oh, 16. You're all the way at the top then. Okay, and then we once again have the pumpkins at the bottom. So, as you all now look across the open field of Yosu Reifer, his small house there, the doors to your to the staircase downwards over here, some of the back entrances there, having this small pumpkin patch, you not only see the few pumpkins that are laying around, but now also the single massive pumpkin standing there with the blazing eyes. Here, I'll show them on the viewer's camera for a moment, and then on yours.
Oh.
As this massive pumpkin is now awakened.
Pumpkin pie.
So, rushing forward, holding Harold in her arms with Iorna, and then Harold in front of her. Behind that, we have Surin and Blair. So, with that, top of the round, Surin, what do you want to do? You come out from the roots lost. You see this massive pumpkin awaken in the face of this strange evening that you've been having. What do you wish to do?
Well, didn't we just do this already? Well, I cast Vicious Mockery at the big pumpkin.
Alright. You cast Vicious Mockery at the massive pumpkin. Rolls a wisdom saving throw. Let's see. That is a 16.
Well, seems to me this big pumpkin, once more, will not yield to my words.
This big pumpkin just stands there having no care for your words at all. Want to use your bonus action for anything?
Anyone want some inspiration? I'll sing y'all a song if you want.
Yes, please.
Do I still have my inspiration?
No, it lasts for 10 minutes.
That's too bad.
Alright, so
Well-
you inspire.
Well, I got one volunteer, so I inspired Blair.
Hey, Blair, you're inspired. Harold, you're next.
All right. Using what's your name again?
Yorna?
Using Yorna's face as a starting point. Harold will push himself and jumps towards the pumpkin.
Alright, you jump towards the pumpkin, eventually landing right in front of you. You see these tentacles, it kind of just blobs down now, having these tentacles free to move about. What do you want to do?
And we'll try to cut with his little short sword into
Right.
this big pumpkin. 22 to hit.
22 hits.
That will be 8 points of damage for the first attack.
Very well. 8 points of damage on the first attack.
Then hanging on to with the on the side of him with the sword, you'll start kicking holes into it from the side, or at least try.
Go for it. So you jam the sword into it face first. You're hanging like right in front of the face now. You can see the fire on the inside and attempt to go ahead and kick it.
Yeah, so the first attack's gonna be 12,
12.
which
You hit the outside of the shell. This one's much thicker than the other ones, and that does not hit.
well, flurry of blows
Go for it.
is going to be used for 2 more attacks or kicks. So first one's gonna be 21 to hit.
Right. Harold frantically kicking it. Kicks one hole in the front of the face. 21 does hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
And I wanted to try a stunning strike on that.
Very well. Constitution saving throw.
I mean, he's probably pretty good at that, but yes,
Is a 21.
that will succeed, but he will take damage.
This massive pumpkin unfazed by your stunning strike. You don't know exactly where to hit a pumpkin to stun it.
Well, 6 points damage still, and then there's one more attack, which will be 16 to hit.
16 does not hit, sadly. This one is a bit of tougher stuff than the other ones. But 6 points of damage, very well.
And
As
then that
you
will be it.
jab into it and kick, and you get through a couple of times, and you start to show some little bits of wear and tear on it now, but it's still, it's a big pumpkin. After, let's see, after Harold, Blair, it's your turn. You are inspired. What do you wish to do?
Okay, this might be either be real stupid or real smart.
What do you do?
Go for it.
I'm gonna throw one of those 4 vials towards the pumpkin.
Hi. Go ahead and make a ranged attack roll. So using your dex modifier. This is an improvised weapon which you're not proficient with, so it's just your dexterity, not your proficiency modifier.
Nope.
7.
You throw one of the vials, it shatters across the ground, having no effect, being thrown and missing completely.
Well, fuck.
That's your action. You figure out these potions could also probably be poured if you're much closer to it, but you're throwing it now.
Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna throw another one, that's for sure.
Right?
I will do a few steps to the side. Just so we're not like all clumped up together.
Yeah. Step by 15 feet to the side until you hit a bush.
And that will be my turn.
Alright, that's the end of your turn. After Blair, Iorna, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I go up to it.
Right?
Am I able to flank it?
Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can exactly make your way across and on the opposite side of Harold behind the massive pumpkin.
And I try and hit it.
Go for it.
Natural 20.
Natural 20 hits.
It does 2d6. Ooh, yes!
Not pumpkin pie, but it's apple pie. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh god. Oh god. Thank you. So it does. That's a total of 6. That's 12. 16 damage.
Well.
That's the first attack.
Mm-hmm.
Und
First you slash through the pumpkin's outer shell, kind of having some flames disperse before it slowly shuts. The cut's still there, but it closes.
Second and 19. What also crits.
Harold, 2 crits in a row. That's good.
Oh god. is a total of 20 damage.
Right, 20 points of damage. Very well.
That's it. It's so hot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Let's see, 20 points of damage. Okay, with that, Iorna quickly cuts with her greatsword twice in the back of the pumpkin.
That's it.
Okay. After Iorna, it's the Pumpkin Patchmaster. Patchmaster now gets its legendary actions. Let's see.
Stupid.
It does. As you see the fire on the inside kind of whirl up and swirl, I need. Let's see, 30 foot gone. 5, 10, 15, 20. I need Harold, Blair, and Sirin all to roll a dexterity saving throw.
26.
And 26 for
21.
Harold. 21? Very well.
Yep.
And Sirin, what do you
Ah!
get?
Moment, I'm having a bit of lag.
Oh, no worries. We'll wait. We have some time. Here I'll-
22.
22, very well. You all succeed. As a wave of fire shoots out from the mouth and overlaps most of this field, you all, because all of you saved, take 8 points of fire damage as the whole area fills up with flame.
Wait, does thingy also not have fire resistance?
Yes, Shirin, you have fire resistance because you're a tiefling, meaning you only take 4 points of fire damage.
Alright.
No, thank you.
Right. After its turn, back to the top of the round where we begin this time with the layer action. Let's see. Yorna, standing right behind it, carving into it twice, dealing loads of damage. You see around you, in this almost cocoon type pattern, shoot up from the ground multiple spiked roots that kind of attempt to wrap themselves around you. I need you to roll a strength saving throw.
That I can do. Or not. That's a 10.
10, that's a fail. Yorna, you are restrained by these spiked roots.
So I can't move?
You can't move, and you have disadvantage on all of your attacks, and attacks against you have advantage. Additionally to that, you feel these spikes push themselves into your skin. You take 8 points of piercing damage.
Great.
Alright. After that layer action, Harold, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Isn't our lovely Bart first?
Right, Shirin, sorry. Shirin, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I think I'm gonna... You know what? I'm gonna walk up to the pumpkin first.
Okay. You go 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. You're up to the pumpkin.
And I will attack it with my rapier.
Alright, go for it. Bring up the rapier. Go for quick swirls. Make your attack rolls.
.14 to hit, which
14, sadly enough, does not hit. You try to jab with the rapier, but it kind of just ding, pings off of the outer shell of this pumpkin. Not yet damaged that much, and still very much hard. But that's your action.
well. I will simply look at the pumpkin, curse, and end my turn.
Very well. Shirin's turn is ended, and Harold, this time it is actually your turn.
Language. And Harold will take the flank with Sirin now.
Alright, Harold quickly darts around the Pumpkin Patch Master, now standing behind it. Flanking it with Shirin. Go ahead. Make your attack.
First attack is going to be 24 to hit.
24 hits.
And 10 points of damage.
Very well. 10 points of
Second
damage.
attack.
Short sword
By the way,
jabs through the armor. Yes.
Stunning strike.
Another stunning strike. Very well.
I'm gonna try one more time.
That is a 13.
Ooh. Darn it, that's exactly the DC.
Ah,
Shit.
that's too bad.
Well, that's not gonna happen again. So, second attack,
Go for it.
20 to hit
20 definitely hits.
for 7 points of damage.
Okay, another 7 points of damage.
And whilst we're at it, flurry of blows
And a flurry of blows. Go quick, pop, pop, pop. Go for it.
for a natural 20 on the
Hits.
first one, which will become a total of 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. Very well.
And natural 20 for the second one, so that's gonna be well, I mean, that's 9 points of damage, I
And another
suppose.
9 points of damage. Very well.
And that's Harold's turn.
With quick jabs and cuts, you tenderize and soften this side of the pumpkin's outer shell. That did a good number on him. But Pumpkin, massive, strong, takes a legendary action and is going to fix its gaze towards you, Harold. Harold, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw. As it kind of, the whole pumpkin rotates to you, see the burning eyes, it goes slowly laughs in your direction.
14.
14 is just in what you needed. You push off the
Aha.
frightened effect this time, pushing through. You are not frightened. Okay,
All right.
the end of that. Blair, it's your turn.
Well, let's start easy and simple and Eldritch Blast it.
Huh? Go ahead and make your attack rolls.
It's 15 to hit.
15 sadly is not enough. You fire the first Fey energy Eldritch Blast as it bounces off. No effect.
Well, the second one is a 21.
21 does hit. Do keep in mind, you have an inspiration die.
I know.
Okay.
9 points of damage.
Well, 9 points of damage on the second one. You fire it once again. This time it disappears into the large mouth. You see it kind of fill up and bulge out slightly before releasing the force energy from its mouth a little bit. 9 points
It's coughing. That's
of damage. Very well.
And I will make my way towards the other side of the pumpkin, but keeping my distance for now.
Alright, you go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet. That's about as far as you can get. Alright. After Blair, the pumpkin is going to take another legendary action, this time swiping out with its tentacle. It's going to attempt to hit you, Harold, because you hit it the hardest.
sure, yeah.
It's actually not true. Iorna hit it as hard as well and didn't get fire blasted. Iorna.
I mean, I can take the hit.
Close
That's
towards you.
no problem.
Okay.
Alright.
That's... What is it?
A 12 to
Misses.
hit. As the tentacle swipes back and misses. Okay. After that legendary action, Iorna, it is your turn.
Can I free myself?
You can take an action. Go ahead and make a
Strength saving throw?
strength saving throw. Yeah.
That's a 19.
19. With that, you bulge your muscles and break free from the restraints. That's your action. You are no longer restrained.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, very well. After Iorna breaks free, the Pumpkin Master doesn't have any legendary actions left, but it is his turn. Let's see. On his turn, He does not regain his breath weapon. He is going to make a tentacle attack, this time towards Harold. Swiping at him with the tentacle, trying to hit him for a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that would hit.
Okay. Harold, you take 13 points of bludgeoning damage as the tentacle slams into your chest.
That's bad.
Okay. Slamming Harold in the chest with the tentacle ends the the Patch Master's turn. Top of the round, lair action. You see a few of the other pumpkins around him rot and decay with a very quickly, okay, with massive speed. It just shrivels and disappears. You see some of the rotting and now busted parts of this pumpkin heal a little bit as this Patchmaster heals a few hit points. Okay. After that, Siren, it's your turn.
Well, I'm not sure if a fiery pumpkin can fiery pumpkin handles fire very well, but I will use my Infernal Legacy to cast Hellish Rebuke on it.
Hellish Rebuke is a reaction, meaning if you and the spell says it, if you get hit by an attack, you can use your reaction to cast Hellish Rebuke.
I'm sorry.
You can't use it for your action, sadly.
In that case, I'm just gonna.
Damn it.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're a bard. You probably have other spells, right?
Oh yeah, I have other spells. I just don't happen to have many too offensive spells. So I'm just gonna go cast Fish's Mockery.
Oh, another Vicious Mockery. Another.
Insulted to death.
It worked with the other pumpkins.
Well, yeah, but this is the Patchmaster. Wisdom saving throw is a 15.
A 15 against a 15.
That means it succeeds and it takes no damage from your Vicious Mockery, sadly.
Oh, motherfucker.
Even though you scream that out towards the Patchmaster, it just slightly grins and laughs it off and feels no effect, sadly. After Serin, the Patchmaster is going to use one of his legendary actions to make a tentacle attack towards them. So, Serin, this one's towards you, a 26 to hit.
Well, yeah.
Serin, you take 12 points of bludgeoning damage as one of the tentacles slams against you.
Really, once more, motherfucker.
Now, if you wish, because you got attacked by an attack, you can use your Vicious Mockery as your reaction.
Hellish Rebuke.
My Hellish Rebuke.
Sorry. Do you wish to do that?
In that, yes.
Very well. So roll a dexterity saving throw. That's a 7, so I'm pretty sure that's a fail. Go ahead and roll the, I think, 4d10 fire damage.
3d10.
It's it's 3d10, but you get to cast this at a second level spell if you're a tiefling. So you can have 4d10 instead of 3.
All right. $28.
28. After you get slammed, you get pushed back about 3 feet. From that, you immediately cast Hellish Rebuke as a fiery blaze shoots out from you towards the target. He goes up in flames from under for a moment before it dissipates again. It is effective because that was a lot of damage. But at the same time, the pumpkin is made out of fire, so it doesn't do as much damage as you'd hoped. But still, it does. After Sirin and the legendary actions, Harold, it's your turn.
Well, Harold will find his old position back.
Right, once again, 5, 10,
Thank
15,
you.
20 flanks with Yorna. What do you want to do?
And he will do the same thing, pummeling at it.
Go for it.
First attack being a 23.
23 hits.
So 10 points of damage for that.
Alright.
The second attack
damage.
is a 26.
26 also hits.
This one only being 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage, very well.
And because why not? Flurry of blows.
A flurry of blows, go for it.
23 to hit.
Hits, still.
And that's 8 points of damage. And then the last one is a 19 to hit.
Ooh, that's not.
19 also hits.
For a final 10 points of damage.
And final 10 points damage. Very well with that, you with multiple punches and cuts towards this pumpkin. Once again, you start showing some heavy damage on it, and it's not doing too well anymore. Not even close to what it was before.
Well, that is his turn.
After Harold is going to take another legendary action and makes a tentacle attack towards you, Harold.
Okay.
As he swipes towards you for a 13 to hit.
That will not hit.
You drunkenly sway out of the way of the tentacle as it flies by, having no effect, sadly. After that, Blair, back to you. What do you want to do?
I will cast, what's it called? Give me a second. I know what it's called. Toll the Dead.
Alright, very well. Toll the Dead.
And it's already... Yeah. So we're gonna do this.
Wisdom saving throw is a 14.
And let me check if that makes it though.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh! That just makes it!
In that case, sadly enough, because it's a cantrip, it deals no damage.
Oh, too
Me.
bad.
Pushes away the heavy bell sound that rings out across the field. No effect.
But I was corrected, it doesn't have high wisdom!
Well, it doesn't have a high wisdom, but it rolled well enough, apparently.
Yeah, but it was a calculated risk I took.
True, true. At the end of Blair's turn, as will take his last legendary action, you see it slightly dig into the earth. A couple of leaves start to cover it, giving it a little bit more armor than it had before. Just nestles itself a little bit deeper into the earth. Yorna, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Slush.
Okay, once again, bring out the greatsword and go for the attack. This time, a little bit more armored than it was before. You can certainly try.
23.
23 still hits.
That does 12 damage.
Very well. 12 points of damage. With that, you scarf from it. The pumpkin immediately rises out of the ground again. The additional armor he had put on himself dissipates after you attacked it. But go ahead for your second attack. Second attack, not damage. Oh wait, no, that's you're good. Never mind.
But it's bad.
Okay.
It just looked like it because it's so low.
Yeah. 13 misses.
13 misses indeed. The second swipe flies over the target completely. Back to the Patchmaster's turn. See if it regains. It does not regain its breath weapon. The fire on the inside still not burning hot enough to spew it outward. But mostly not appreciating what Harold did to it, it will make a tentacle attack towards Harold for an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that will hit.
Very well, Harold, you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage as another tentacle slams you. This time across the shoulder, kind of knocking you off balance for a moment before you regain it. You're never really on balance, but
Yeah, well, that hurt. You know, his old little frail body.
right. The end of the Patchmaster's turn, we go back to the layer actions. Let's see. Yeah. Blair, you notice around you the ground starts growing more roots that kind of cover the entire floor. All of these roots also heavily spiked. You figure if you move across these, it's probably going to be very painful. They're in a currently 20-foot radius around you.
No, because I have a plan.
Okay. After that, Sirin, it's your turn.
I will once more attack with my rapier towards the pumpkin patch master.
Take out the rapier once again, try to jab through the armor.
And I roll a 10.
Another 10. Sadly enough, your rapier kind of you hit into the armor, and your rapier kind of bends before taking sadly enough not making it through to really make an impact on the creature itself. Is there anything else you wish to do?
No.
Farewell.
I will end my turn then.
After that, after Shirin, the Patchmaster is going to take a legendary action and once more digs itself into the earth, giving itself a little bit more armor than it had before. Harold, it's your turn.
Alright, so Harold will once more kick it in the already soft spots and try to drop it down a pack.
Go for
With
it.
a 24 to hit.
24 definitely hits.
7 points of damage for the first attack.
Farewell, 7 points of damage. With that, the moment you hit it, it immediately comes out of the earth again, shedding the armor it had made for itself. Sadly enough, not effective for it.
Well, the second attack is a 26, so
26
wouldn't have mattered.
Also hits.
For, nice, 11 points of damage.
Nice, 11 points of damage.
And then I'll just do a regular roll last attack. No flurry. That's a 24.
24 also hits.
With another 11, so...
Another 11 hit points. Very well. This time the Patchmaster, the most parts of the pumpkin itself start caving in already, and it's starting to look really bad. It's not long for this world, most likely.
That's
Okay.
Harold.
After Harold, the Patchmaster will take two legendary actions. Turn itself completely to you, Yorna, kind of looking into your eyes with the burning glaze on the inside of it. I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Nope, that's a 4.
4. Yorna, you are frightened of the Patchmaster. You have disadvantage on your attacks and you cannot move closer to it.
Okay. When I'm flanking, doesn't make it even?
Yes?
Okay.
So it's strict rolls for you.
Just asking.
Okay. After Harold, Blair, it's your turn. What do you want to do? You have a plan, you said.
I have a plan. I will cast fly on myself.
Very well.
That
We're
works.
concentrating on the fly spell.
So you can fly.
Yeah, I forgot I could.
With the cat still on your shoulder, you take off into the air. Right, that's your action.
Okay. I will fly quite distant. If I can make it above the pumpkin.
Alright, so you want to go right above the pumpkin.
Yeah, because like I said, it's either real smart or real stupid what I'm gonna do.
Alright. You notice that the tentacles have quite a bit of reach, which means that you can either be really close to it and have almost a certainty of hitting it, but you'll be within its range. Or you're out of its range, but you might miss.
Well, I'm gonna pour something down on him, so gravity.
You can still miss with that.
Fair. I will start out of its range, though. If
Okay,
it
very well.
still misses, then I will move closer.
So for your movement, you fly all the way up here, eventually making your way atop, above the pumpkin, the Patchmaster, so you're not affected by the spikes, readying one of the vials. Okay. After that, After Blair, Iorna, it's your turn. You're
Um.
frightened of this pumpkin, but you also know that it has to die.
Yes, I hit it.
Hey, go for it.
That's... Oh wait, that's a straight roll. So
Yes.
the 20.
20 still hits.
It does 13 damage.
Well, 13 points of damage. And with first light, even though you're angry, you kind of carve across most of its face, leaving the fire to kind of pour out through those as well.
Second.
Second, go for it.
That's 15.
15. 15 misses, sadly. This
Okay.
time your greatsword boom bounces off the hard outer shell of the pumpkin.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I roll for?
Yeah, go ahead and roll another wisdom saving throw.
That's the 21.
21. Now with determination, even though you didn't hit the second strike, you know that it's vulnerable and it's near dying. You are no longer frightened of it. Alright. After that, it's the Batchmaster's turn, which is this time turns towards you, Iorna. After
Okay.
carving it through the face, no longer frightened of it, it swipes out with a tentacle attack, unless it gets its fire breath back. In that case, the Pumpkin Patchmaster is going to move away from its spot, slowly using its tentacles to move over here.
Opportunity attack?
Everybody except for Blair gets an opportunity attack if they wish to take it.
Yeehaw.
Yes, 24.
24 hits.
Natural 20.
Natural 20 hits.
What do I roll exactly?
You make an attack roll with your rapier.
11 damage.
Okay, 11 points of damage.
15
Wait,
points of damage.
Wait, no. I can re-roll that because I rolled a 1.
Yes, go ahead and roll for the. You can roll a single d6.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 25, so that
25
hits.
hits.
Fuck. Still
One.
11.
Okay, yeah, still.
Mhm.
Okay, so
In that
11
case-
points of damage from Iorna. Sorry, how much did Harold do?
15.
Harold did 15 points of damage. Very well. What? No, that's more. Bringing it down all the way to there. Very well. And Siren, you also hit with your rapier. Go ahead and roll for damage.
That does 9 points of piercing damage, but
Mm.
I will also use my psychic blades ability to expend to expend a bardic inspiration and inflict 2d6 psychic damage.
Go ahead and roll for the psychic damage, then.
Nice.
So it's 9 points of piercing damage, plus
And
10 points of
10 points of psychic damage.
bringing the total to 19 points of damage. Very well.
How
Nice.
bad is it?
Very bad.
Oh, okay.
It, almost like a very slow spider, just moves its way towards this now spiked area. It doesn't seem to affect the Patchmaster at all that it's spiked over here. You guys are all still standing in the spike area, by the way. As it from that position fires out. Blair being up in the air is not affected. I need everybody except for Blair to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no. 13.
Sorry. 13? 13 is a failure.
16.
16 is a success.
5.
5 is a failure.
Hmm.
Alright. Harold, you take 16 points of damage.
How is that a 5?
Woof.
Sirin, you take 8 points of damage because you're resistant to fire. Iorna, you take 4 points of damage because you made the save and you're resistant to fire. So you take 4 points of damage.
Yes.
As the fire blares out in that direction, all of you covered in fire, Blair, you're kind of flying above that. You just see it's very hot from down below. Suddenly, you see all of these people disappear into the fire, before emerging, looking worse than before.
Harold got a nice tan.
Crispy outside. After the Patchmaster, it is once again its turn for layer action. I will need Harold make a strength saving throw.
No. Strength
Yes.
saving throw.
Spiked roots shoot up from under the ground and try to wrap around you.
19.
19. You quickly dart out of that. You kind of push some of the tendrils away, and before they manage to keep a hold of you, they all disappear into the ground.
Ooh.
Right. After that, Sirin, it's your turn. The Patchmaster walks away. The ground is full of spikes, so it's not safe to walk. You have Harold right next to you. What do you wish to do?
I'm gonna insult it.
Alright, very well. Wisdom saving throw. Wisdom saving throw, natural 20 for a 22. Your insults are not landing with these pumpkins. They don't feel insulted by you, sadly.
Damn pumpkins.
You got thick roots.
He's got very thick roots. He got tough skin. After Surin, it is going to use its tentacle attack towards its one of its. No, it will use its legendary action to harden its shell, once again digging its way into the ground and cover itself with leaves to up its AC. After that, Harold, you standing on the bed of spiked roots, seeing the Patchmaster about 15 feet away or 10 feet away from you. What do you want to do?
Wait, I'm standing on roots?
Yeah, the whole area here is covered in. No, because it used its another layer action. So no, the ground is no longer covered in roots. Sorry, Sir.
That's good. Harold will use his ridiculous movement to get behind him.
You move 5, 10, 15, 20, kind of parkouring your way through there, eventually getting behind the Patchmaster.
And as nothing personal, we'll try to attack him.
Go
He is
for it.
buried in, right?
He is buried in.
We'll see how it goes. First one is only a 17.
17 does not hit this time. It, the first one ricochets off the outer shell.
Well, then second attack comes in hot with a 22.
22 does hit.
Nice. With 7 points of damage.
Very well. 7 points of damage for the second hit with a fist.
And then using the last key point for a flurry of blows.
Go for it.
Blows.
Now, once you hit it, the whole armor kind of it once again shot out of the ground, and the armor kind of lets loose.
That's
Go ahead for
good.
your flurry of blows.
23 for the first one,
All right, 23 hits.
dealing 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Very well.
And a 20 for the second.
20 also hits.
Nice. For 8.
Very well. 8 points of damage. With that, the pumpkin is mostly mush on the top. The eyes are no longer really recognizable as it just slowly still tries to move its way around the battlefield, but it's not doing so properly.
Well,
it is really close to dying.
Harold doesn't look too good either, so that's his turn.
Well, the Patchmaster is going to use his legendary action to swipe behind him, to swipe at Harold, for a 19 to hit.
That hits.
You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage as the tentacle slams backwards.
Harold goes down.
Right, Harold flies about 5 feet, slams into the fences there, falls down onto the ground, unconscious, but breathing for now. So, Blair, you're flying above it all. You see Harold punch his way through this pumpkin before the pumpkin slams him against the fence and knocks him unconscious. What do you want to do? You still fly about 15 feet up.
Okay. First, because he's already looking bad, my stupid plan probably doesn't do anything either. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the bitch.
Alright, so you're going to Eldritch Blast him instead. Go for it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, I don't like that one, so I hope this one is better.
The first
9.
9, the bolt flies past. 19 does hit.
9 points of damage.
That does it. How do you want to do this?
I will ready my blast, and I will be like, I will say my namesake's famous phrase, pumpkin blast, and blast it.
Oh my
And
god.
with that, the
Harold just
potion-
wakes up for a moment. I hate it.
the fey energy gathers in your hands before being condensed and fires out from it straight through the pumpkin, just blasting into the ground. The pumpkin caves in on itself suddenly before slowly and exploding outward once again. Harold, you take a death saving throw. Yorna, I need you to roll a dex saving throw. 13. Very well. You take 16 points of fire damage, halved to 8. As the pumpkin explodes outward and dies.
Pumpkin
Okay.
Slayers!
But I want to finish my turn because now I want to fly towards Harold and pour my healing potion into him.
You fly to Harold. Harold, you wake up in the arms of this young half-elven girl.
Well,
as
you don't
she
have to
pours
describe
a
it like
healing
that, voice
potion
in my
into
head.
your mouth. Give me a
Is
moment
this a
here.
dream? Am I dead?
Sadly, no. But that means you can drink more booze now.
As we're coming to an end here, for the sake of brevity, eventually you report back to the town where Harold will live for as long as he might remember that he has the honors to drink freely from the town's booze. Where the rest of you either continue your travels or stay, but being paid out the 100 gold, which was the contested prize for the pumpkin contest, which was eventually not finished because of the murdering that happened. Eventually it is revealed that Juzo had been concocting a chemical substance that would enhance the growth of his pumpkins, but did not only enhance them, but also made them sentient and very much evil. As he was already dead, and as you had found him in his basement, no crime could be punished, but the four of you are the saviors of the town of Pumbilton, and are forever recognized on the day of the pumpkin contest as the ones that protected the city during the dreadful day of the pumpkin attack.
We are the Pumpkin Slayers.
The Pumpkin Slayers, indeed. With that,
What a
we're going to
title.
be ending the session here. I wanted to thank you all for coming out to play this one shot. I very much enjoyed it. Thank you, Corinna, for also coming out and joining us on our wacky Saturday evening. I hope you enjoyed yourself. With that, thank you guys for coming out to play. Thank you guys for coming out to watch. And we will be back this Monday with a regular stream of our regular story. Goodbye.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye bye.